Right. What would Socrates say to that?
It tickles my fancy.
Oh, okay.
Goosies. I don't have hair.
Oof.
You got Marcos.
That's not. No, that's not.
Wait.
Yeah,
That's true. You do got me.
Get over here, Marcos. Let me look at you. They don't want it.
Tobin and Leroy, ready to deploy. Had to hit it with a little journalism, but that was a decoy. Better have about me, boy. Okay, Leroy and Tobin, hold to the show, man. Still to the stars with the show, and till then is half moon open. Sometimes go taste like a snowman. No proof, I'm alive by the motor. No proof, like I always wanted him. I never hated him. I never traded him. And if I did, I never ever traded him. You know what is a star? Like another city, the driver's side floor. Just to get large, so many more. 10 in the more, never a bar. 8, 10 in the more, 2 to the P. Nothing to you, but it's something to me. Handsome as ever, and cute as can be. You can watch us on YouTube with view for free. Ay. This one time for the Twitch. This one time for the text. This one time for the phone line. Whole time wonder what they gonna do next.
You know, I just wish you guys would stop the quibbling.
Nice to you to show up with your Vice shirt today, Marcos.
I knew it.
I have an excuse.
Oh yeah, me too. I'm using Leroy's excuse. What's your
I
excuse?
see him like he's like
Walked into the house from PT.
Me too.
Leroy. He's going down the staircase at like 9:58. I'm like, where are you going? He goes, going to get my Vice shirt. I'm like, get it next break.
Would have made it, dude.
Get the show to start. What are you doing? It's like, oh, as long as you don't mention it.
Hey, so Marcos,
Yes.
you're like Houdini,
Why is that?
because one day you're here, next day day and day.
Yeah, my favorite disguise is when I turn into Vlad.
Because Vlad gonna work in the Jets into our show.
We got a lot of sports to get to here, but I think the biggest headline we got to get to right now, brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Supercenter. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
Why is it trending all over Twitter that there were aliens at Bayside 3 days ago? Like what? How stupid can we get as people? I'm just very curious.
Whoa. You asking that question? Have you seen America?
I'm genuinely curious. Like, first of all, if there were aliens,
Yeah.
and they were to come to Miami, you
They're
think they're
not
going to Bayside?
Yeah.
That's why they're saying all the cops were there.
That's what they're saying, dude.
Oh,
that there's
get
like all
outta
these
here.
tweets about 10-foot creatures are walking all around, and I don't listen. It did seem like there were a lot of like the video of all the cops there seems a little outrageous as to why there were so many cops there. But I just want to be clear. 4 days later, we think there's a cover-up. The whole country thinks there's a cover-up for giant aliens at Bayside, to which I've debunked this immediately because Bayside? That's where you think the aliens are going to go.
You're saying not even aliens want to go to Bayside?
Dude, Bayside sucks, all right?
Okay.
I cannot be clear enough about it. Bayside is awful. It's gotten worse. I know they're trying to do some construction over there. Trust me, it's still going to be seaweed-filled water, some bum-ass tarpon to feed, a Hooters, which I don't even know is there anymore, a Fat Tuesdays,
It's out there.
and some guy with one leg who's making you take pictures with parrots but charging you $25. You're telling me that if the aliens arrived, that's where they're going. And not only that, an open mall, we got no pictures. That just nobody got a picture of these people. The aliens zonked them all out like Men in Black.
So 400 cops, nobody took a damn picture? They took a picture of the cops?
Nobody. And all I have from people is over-the-top sky pictures of, oh, you see that blur? What is that? Nothing!
Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm trying to look at it now. It literally just looks like a blur.
I'm like, what are we? And it's like, I go to Twitter last night and I see this. I'm like, oh my God. And then I actually, in the midst of Panthers intermission last night, I'm like watching some kooks TikTok on this. They're like, look at this. No aerial action around Miami.
So
Only
my question,
helicopters.
I have a bigger question. How did they get there if they're aliens? Like,
what's that?
how did they get it? Like,
Beat
sorry,
down? I don't know.
we have some of the best technology in the world of like, we send ships for a 2-year trip to take pictures of Mars and all this stuff, right? Nobody noticed a light, a ship, or something that delivered these aliens to Bayside.
It's crazy. I'm like, come on, people.
I mean, before you see an alien, do you have to have an unidentified flying object?
I don't know. I don't necessarily know. I don't know what the rules of aliens are anymore, because now apparently you could just make up stuff like that. For the last week, we've all just been living our life, but the rest of the country thinks that there's this giant alien cover-up.
Okay, to be fair to the ignorance of humans, we watch a show where people are chasing Bigfoot.
Love it.
And the only picture of Bigfoot is from 50 years ago.
Yep.
So, like, I would say, the country's been trending to stupidity for a while.
But it's like, okay, you take all of this into account, right? You see all those coppers, and you see, mind you, this is at, a tourist attraction on New Year's, allegedly, is when this happens.
Oh, it happened on New Year's.
Yeah. Well, what happened was there was a teen brawl. Like, a bunch of teens got into a fight.
Oh, that's why.
4 people. Yeah, 4 people arrested. Did it seem outlandish with how many cops were there? Absolutely.
I saw video of that though. Very clear footage of that.
I saw very clear footage of the brawl.
Very clear.
I saw that, which, by the way, good brawl, because it seemed like the guy got his ass whooped, but then kind of walked away afterwards. He stood up. He goes, you know what? Pretty good. They got me. They got me. But I saw, reports of people being arrested. Were there way too many cops there for that? I don't know. Maybe. But you're telling me there's footage of that. This is the cover-up. But that all power was taken out in the midst of Miami and Bayside. But everybody's phone died? Everybody's phone died. Everybody's phone died? That's what happened. Or the aliens all zapped that out because they're aliens who realized, well, I got to tell you, Golark, you know where I want to go? Get me a picture with a parrot.
But here's the deal. In all of the alien movies you watch, right, there's a warning. Uh-oh, something's in the sky. I don't know what it is. It's unidentifiable. I wonder what's going on. Let's send a couple of jets to check it out.
I'm not debunking that there may be aliens. Maybe there are. Most likely there are.
Not in Bayside.
Not in Bayside, dude. No. Dude, there's more likely to be aliens at Santa's mother bleeping enchanted forest. The aliens would have a better time there than they would at Bayside.
Oh, there's some aliens there, all right.
Careful. Speaking of aliens last night, dude, Giannis versus Wemby.
Whoa!
That was good.
Those guys are aliens, dude.
My son comes in, he goes, what are you watching? He goes, these aren't the Heat. We don't like these guys. Which I'm like, you're such a good kid.
It's like, this doesn't affect my pizza.
Oh, he was so mad. He goes, why aren't the Heat playing? I said, they won last night. He goes, and we didn't get pizza.
Marco sent me his code.
I'm like, well, I'm sorry, I forgot. I tell you, the cats. They need a cats. We need a cats. We need a cats code.
They used to have one too. They used to have one with Papa John's.
So we're watching it. And he's like, well, who are you watching? I'm like, I'm watching the Bucks and the Spurs. I said, he goes, why? It's a good question. They have and I was trying to explain to him. I said, I want to see this Wembenyama. He's taller than all the tall people. He goes, what do you mean? I'm like, well, all basketball players are tall. But this guy, he's like taller than, and I pointed to the ceiling. I said, that's him. He's that tall. He goes, really? But he was on the bench at the time. For whatever reason, Pop had him on this big stretch on the bench in the fourth quarter. So he's like, well, can I wait until he gets in the game? He's like, I want to see this giraffe man.
Yeah.
And he loved it. He's like, whoa, he is taller than everybody else. I said, I know, dude.
It's crazy.
Dude, when he blocked Giannis,
Wow.
I was like, woo.
That was amazing, dude.
Because Giannis, you could tell Giannis was not happy that he wasn't the freak,
Yeah.
I think it bothered him. He's like, I don't like this. I'm he's trying to dunk on all of the Spurs. And then not only that, he had back-to-back threes. I was like, Giannis, what are you doing?
Right.
So he was really trying to, I think he was, not being the biggest freak on the court or getting freaky in the sheets like he's talking about.
Yeah.
Obviously had it in Giannis's head. He's like, I gotta do something amazing. But I gotta tell you, not to Skip Bayless it, terrible last play by Wembenyama. You got to shoot that 3 over Dame.
Oh, okay.
Don't kick to the open guy in the corner.
Yeah.
I don't want to see that. I want to see the freak show. You got the perfect guy on you. Dame. He's like the size of your ankle. Get out there. You chuck your 3 up over for the tie.
Isn't it amazing? Because Dame is not short, right? And that he looks like a hobbit in front of Wembenyama.
Yeah, it was like, oh, no. Don't make the unselfish play, and everybody's got to say, oh, that's the unselfish play by Wembenyama. It's like, no, I had just watched Wembenyama and Giannis go blow for blow of just doing really crazy giant people stuff. Don't then kick to the shooting guard in the corner. Now, look, wide open. I get it. Unselfish play. He, of course, bricked it. But no, Wembenyama, you got to shoot that, dude. You got to be a showman.
Yeah, honestly. Even if he would have missed, I would take that all day.
Of course.
Because who the hell was that other guy?
I don't know.
Still, I don't know.
Other Spur.
Yeah, that's it. Wembenyama and other Spurs.
Yeah, the Wembenyama's sidekick. Kicks it out. I was like, oh, damn it.
Do you see some other 7-foot action as well? That was pretty miraculous.
Oh, the winner by Joker last night.
That was crazy.
That was nuts.
They were up by
had a heave.
Yeah, I think they went on a 24-3 run or something like that towards the end.
He was so shocked he even broke character because he actually genuinely looked excited. You know, he didn't do the thing where it's like, I don't care about basketball. No, he's like, oh, loved it. Beating the Golden State Warriors. It was a fun night. It was a fun night, but aliens at Bayside. Like, what the hell are we talking about? Jesus. Oh my God. It's crazy. If there are any aliens right now, 786-360. Oh, wait. 305-567-0560. 305-567. Any aliens that want to give some thoughts on Dolphins and Bills and how you enjoyed Bayside. 305-567-0560. Take a quick break. Larry Czonka going to join us next hour. We'll talk a little Dolphins with the legend and see what he's got going. But any aliens that want to call, 305-567-0560. Back after this. Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you.
Very fitting, Marcos.
Take you up until a little 2 o'clock here on the program. Got Larry Czonka. He's going to join us at the top of next hour. Talk a little Dolphins with him. Got some callers here. Some aliens, some intergalactic listeners are chiming in on the Dolphins. Let's see what Jack, what do you got to say, buddy? How are you? Hello?
Hello.
Hey, Jack. What's up, buddy?
Hey, guys. First time, long time. Love the show.
Thanks, buddy.
So I'm actually a little curious if you know what the police presence is going to be like at the game on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like if the Dolphins blow a 3-game lead on the division, Mike McDaniel should be arrested for fraud, and I don't want Tyreek to go beat another woman. That's scumbag. Go Bills.
Wow, what a call by you, Jack. I hope you're proud of yourself. Seems like the type of call that a Bills fan would have, like some pink dummy who jumps through a table just for entertainment on themselves.
Don't forget table on fire.
Well, I mean, if we're gonna, listen, I'm not even gonna go down that road. There's a juice joke to be made, but I'll move on. Ricardo.
Good morning, Tobes, Leroy, Marcos. How we doing today, fellas?
What's happening?
Doing all right. Hey, talk about that caller, huh? Jack for jackass, eh?
Yeah, I mean, really, just one of these guys. I would have preferred to actually have an alien call into the show.
That's what being a Bills fan does to you, I guess.
Crap, Tannenbaum is picking us this weekend. Damn it.
Anyway, I think I have a pretty good feeling, not just being a Fins fan, that we're going to absolutely wax Buffalo this Sunday. I believe, given this weekend, after what we went through against Baltimore, more like a reality check for us, if anything, it's going to give us that time and preparation and motivation to defensively and offensively make the adjustments and show Buffalo that we're going to take the division on this one, and hopefully for the next couple of years too.
I like your mindset, Ricardo. You're not a coward. Everybody's got a little bit of cowardice, it feels like, this week around the fan base. You guys got to buck up.
You know what? Even I don't.
Leroy, you're right, dude. You have Leroy potted down, Marcos? I can't hear him.
I said even I don't. Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can.
Oh, thanks, Marcos.
Sorry, he said buck up and I got scared.
I'm not as worried as I've been, in recent with how they're going to do things. I just, here's what I want. And you'll be able to tell quite early.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want them to be less aggressive based on who's playing in the secondary, because that's not going to make it better.
Right.
And so from that standpoint, I think that this is a game where you force Josh Allen into making throws that he doesn't want to make. And you do that by putting a little pressure on him. Now, the kicker is, if you get there, you got to tackle him. Right? And I think that's the most important thing. It's not easy.
He is a moose.
But I thought the same thing about Michigan. I thought there was no way that kid was going to just be sacked as many times as he did.
Right.
And he did. So I know they're a little thin on the D-line. You know what? Here's the kicker. You got Agba out there who's going to play.
Mm-hmm.
Who's a talk about aliens.
He's good.
He can bat down a lot of balls too.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you get rid of one guy, but you add a different guy with a different skill. And I think you just have to be aggressive defensively.
It's one of these
offensively, I think you need to find other ways to get your playmakers the ball if Buffalo takes away the middle of the field, because all the games they struggled with all had that same basic feel. Linebackers get really deep, right? You throwing in the coverage, and the linebackers end up making plays because they're 15, 20 yards deep. I look for, who's going to be the guy.
Mm-hmm.
And we saw this in the last couple of weeks. Durham Smythe.
Yeah, I mean he's definitely been picking up his production for sure. Definitely
got him for a chili pepper this week.
What do you got him at?
I think it was plus 400
for anytime touchdown.
Anytime touchdown.
It's not enough for me because he hasn't caught a touchdown all season.
I'll take it, dude. I'll take it.
Hey, then I would say this: that Chase Claypool is probably 700.
I'll tell you what, we got our Hard Rock pick of the weekend coming on up, but staring me right at the face once again. I think I found a new addiction off of the Craycraft anytime touchdown, and that has become Jaime Jaquez double because the Hard Rock app lures me in with a plus 2,200 on it like every day, and I think he's always flirting with double doubles, triple doubles. He's never, except for Christmas, where Christmas he came through for me.
Yeah.
But I gotta feel like, end of the road trip, this could be the time Jaime. It was a fat number. I was like, I could
end of the West Coast road trip.
Yep.
His homecoming. He's learned some things. Did I see him practicing with Paul George? I don't know if that was recent, but
I don't know if that was recent or not.
Tell you what, you could be onto something with that.
I like it. It's too tempting to not go in the direction because Jaime's, he's gonna score double digits. All right.
Yeah.
So all I got to think is, can he give me double-digit rebounds or assists? And I feel like
he gets a lot of rebounds.
He's
always in the mix.
He had, I think, 8 assists last time because I bet it last game, and I was like 2 assists shy. Now
to see that's knocking on the door.
He was knocking on the door,
right? When you say 6, he was threatening it. No, he wasn't. Not
Toboggan
6. 8, yeah.
Toboggan's like, that's great bait. 22 plus 2,200. I know. Love this app. Cap for life. What's up, dude?
Tobin, Leroy.
Hey, buddy.
I like your energy.
Good morning.
Your energy.
Good morning.
What's up?
Yes, no, bro. And then also, I saw plus 6,000 on an Alec Ingold anytime touchdown, which it was very intriguing to be honest with you. But yes, the Hard Rock app, gentlemen, is real. And what also is real is me going to my local bodega to go buy Cuban bread, and I'm running into Buffalo Bill couples all over the place, bro. You want to talk about alien invasion? This is for real, bro. Like that 52-48 percentage, bro. We got to rectify that, bro. We got to rectify it quick.
I'm telling you, yeah. If you guys see extra pink type of beings down here, don't worry. That's just Bills fans dealing with the sun.
Dude, Nick Sirianni, smug face, hate him. Bill Belichick, long hated rival. But these freaking Bill fans, dude, they are at the top of the list. I don't even, it's been so long with the Jets fans. I kind of pity them a little bit. I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel bad for them.
Yeah,
no hate in my heart for them. These Bills fans and that stupid elbow room, you're all dead to me.
Oh, they're gonna I can't wait for that video of all of them in Fort Lauderdale thinking they're close to the stadium.
Yeah,
it's gonna be you're definitely gonna get that coming up probably tomorrow
for sure.
Which great. I mean, they're all just gonna go home sad and enjoy your vacation. And I don't mean that sincerely. I hope you have the saddest trip back to Buffalo, your hellhole.
Yeah, hope you get stung by a jellyfish, but no severe damage, but just inconvenience.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's happened, dude. Like I tell you, my wife got stung by a moon jelly. No joke.
Oh, that's serious stuff.
No joke, a moon jelly.
Yeah, those are serious.
Never happened to me.
He's never going in the water.
Not after hearing your stories.
It was crazy. I couldn't believe that. That was like an alien invasion. All the jellyfish at Peanut Island.
Yep.
And you just keep getting in the water?
I was skirting around them. I was like, being shifty.
Wow.
Really? Or did they think you were a manatee?
They call me the Barry Sanders of snorkeling.
No one has ever even compared those two. No one. It's
you sure the jellyfish didn't think you were a manatee and said, "Let's not mess with the big one"?
He's one of us. I tell you what, I saw a manatee when I was up at the springs.
Oh,
surprisingly swift when they need to be.
Yeah,
they're kind of like Zach Sealer. I don't know how much they can keep that burst up, but they.
So now you call Zach Sealer a manatee.
Handsome.
Please don't beat me up, Zach. You know you're my favorite on the team. Schmiethan Schmolnick says Mrs. Tobin married a moon jelly. I thought he was going to go with moon belly there.
Oh, see,
Oh man, we'll take a quick break. Get into some more shenanigans on the other side. All right, welcome back, everybody. It's Tobin and Leroy here with you. 560 WQAM. Got a big football weekend ahead. Your Miami Dolphins taking on the Buffalo Bills. Sunday night football from Hard Rock Stadium. Game Day Uncensored will come your way Sunday, 4 o'clock. Myself, Omar Kelly, and Alejandro Solana getting you ready for all the action. We're doing that here today as well. Larry Czonka is scheduled to join the show in about 20 minutes or so. We'll talk to the legend, see where his guts are at. I feel like Larry Czonka is going to tell everybody to butch up, you know?
Yeah, I'd be interested to know, like, this style of football is so far from the football that he played. How does he, like, how does he receive it? Right?
Like, all the motions and all that stuff.
Right.
Yeah, I'm curious to know. I'm curious.
Because guess what? No matter what style of football you've played or watched over the years of football, it still boils down to the same basic concept: control the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
And that has never changed. Never. It hasn't changed throughout the history of football, no matter how intricate
who? Excuse me?
What's going on?
Intricate the offenses have gotten. It still boils down to that simple fact. And Marcos, you're an ass.
No,
I know what that little slide means. You can't talk on this show.
No,
they're not listening to what you have to say. They're listening for you to try to use a big word and mess up. Words means words.
Exactly, dude. Exactly. We'll get back to the Dolphins in just a second. Did you see yesterday Gogi gave us an If I'm Honest?
No.
So Goran had his official retirement in Slovenia yesterday. Heroes welcome. And do you have the tweet, J-Fig? Because Gogi had said to the media, he says, I will be honest.
If I'm honest.
Had offers from Europe, from Milan, Madrid. I'm not going to try that one. Barcelona. I never wanted to go back to Europe. I wouldn't want to be without my children in the U.S. for a year. The only option was Miami, with whom I was in talks. In the end, it didn't work out because they had too many players under contract.
Come on. We couldn't get rid of one of these guys?
Who?
RJ Hampton. I love you. You're great.
I mean, Drew Smith is under contract, and unfortunately
he's out
for him,
for the year.
I know, but he got hurt. Like, they should, I love Drew. Look, Spo really likes Drew Smith. He's got a soft spot in his heart for Drew Smith. Whatever. But, like, Gogi, dude.
I'm tired of succumbing to Spo's heart. Spo's heart kept Jovic out of the lineup for I don't know how long, and he's getting career highs now. I need him.
Well, your career high is always going to be a career high when you only play 5 games.
Yeah, granted. Yeah, true. First win as a starter.
Man, I'm really I'm bummed out about that. I wanted him here. He told us. He's like, this is just one swan song. What's wrong with that? And not only that, I mean, like, the Goosies would have been so amazing. God.
I think this is the second time we dropped the ball. First time is when we signed Mario Chalmers, and I don't even think.
Oh my God, I was furious about that.
Come on, dude.
10-day contract. He's here during the COVID season. You can't give Mario Chalmers a little swan song.
Just 1 minute.
Not 1 minute for Mario Chalmers to get his goodbye to everybody. Spo wouldn't play him. Crazy, man. But Gogi still loves it here. Still going to Heat games. He loves Miami. He'll be around. He'll be in the rafters one day. Love that guy.
Arguably the best point guard.
I can't tell if Leroy's disgusted with me or if he froze, because his internet did look like it was crapping out there.
No, it's not crapping out. You're crapping out.
What do you mean I'm crapping out?
Whoa! Back in time to let you know that you're crapping out.
Jeez, he did. It's like all of a sudden he came in like he was like a statue on the street.
No, I just sit there and stare at your ridiculousness sometimes.
Did you see the thing that's going around Heat Twitter this morning?
What
would that be?
Lil Willie, aka Bill Simmons. He's trying to get fake trades of LeBron back to the Heat. He's like, what would happen if LeBron also from the Lakers? It would trade Tyler Hero, Kyle Lowry, you the pick for LeBron James. And I'm just like, God, I can't. I just like, Bill, enough, dude. Leave us be with this whole LeBron getting traded to the Heat chicanery. First of all, don't want him. All right, he's old. All right, we want LeBron James to come down here and team up with Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo and Jaime Jaquez. I mean, like, really, dude, this is what we're talking about at this day and age. Like, it's craziness to me. I know Leroy would love it because he loves him some LeBron.
You mean I enjoy watching one of the best to ever do it? Yeah.
So you want to do that? You're going to trade? You would trade Hero and Lowry?
No, I wouldn't. No, I would not.
LeBron?
No, I would not. But that wasn't the question.
Not a bad trade. No.
I'm just saying. He lured you in.
I'm just. It's not a horrible trade, dude. Just think about it. LeBron. Jimmy.
First of all, he's not going to ask out of the Lakers. Okay,
no,
like
he's not going to.
He's not going to ask out of the Lakers. He loves his son. Plays for USC. You know, you're not gonna have this thing where he's gonna go like it was a huge thing with his son happening over the summer. Yeah. Loves watching him play basketball. It's not like Jim Larinaga is gonna swoop in all of a sudden, and say, hey, Bronny, come to the U for a year. I mean, if you wanted to be on a real contender, I suppose you could do that with Bronny coming to the U if that's a. It's not like that couldn't be in the cards. Transferring is much easier than it was last year. But I'm not going to sit here and talk about crazy things like LeBron coming to the Miami Heat. Because you want to know something, dude?
What?
It's going to have to come with an apology.
Oh, my God.
What is there a specific moment or just all of it? Because there's been just so many
all of it, dude.
Okay.
All of it.
Cool.
All of it.
All right.
But if you did do it and you had to trade Kyle Lowry, you also would need an opening at point guard. So maybe you could bring Goran Dragić back here. You want to know something? If it meant Goran Dragić came back with LeBron James, I would be for it.
What about Bronny to the Canes as well? Like a little package too.
Oh, I think that would be an obvious move. Like, we're going to sit here, like, of course, like just a little sweetener.
Okay. All right. So you see where it's not that bad of a trade then, huh? You see that there's a little bit something there.
He's old, though.
Yeah, for sure. But he can win this year.
We said that about Tom Brady for 5 years.
That's true. I don't know how the hell he got that Tampa one.
Weapons? Not throwing to garden gnomes?
That's true. It was a good team. Great defense, too.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be
the same situation though. We're setting up LeBron with the best role players he's ever had. Kevin Love, part 2. We have the rookie of the month. I feel like that's again,
two-time,
right?
Back-to-back rookie of the month.
Bam Adebayo, Jimmy Butler. I mean, we already know what they're made of.
Do I really want LeBron taking minutes away from Jaquez at this point in his life?
No, he respects Jaquez. You saw that little fade away.
I don't think he did respect Jaquez. I think he got very mad when Jaquez scored on him.
Yeah, I saw him do the finger thing. House of Highlights made it seem like he was honoring him. I felt like he was just saying fast break. I don't know, man. It's not that bad of a trade, dude.
I don't like it.
Especially if that's what you're taking. Lowry, thanks. I mean, he's great.
Lowry's been good this year.
And he's clutch, too. So clutch.
What are you guys doing? You talking yourselves into it or out of it?
Tyler, I mean, come on. It's only a matter of time.
I'm just trying to get the Heat fan not to get into a lather because everybody bothers me with this stuff. And first of all, I'm a different guy.
But it's your own doing. Why do people bother you with this stuff? Because of you.
Yeah, but I told you I'm different now, dude. I don't want to partake in stuff like this.
And everybody believes when the person says I'm different this time.
Everybody, got this Bill Simmons. He's just throwing a Molotov cocktail
with people who once got out and said I was different.
I mean, LeBron, he coasts during games now. He's
old.
That
is correct, J-Fig. Different guys don't entertain or discuss.
That's not true.
We're just having
open
discussion.
For it. You're asking for it because somebody could say one thing and you're back in.
The job is the job. I can't ignore stuff that's out there in the ether. I'm just telling you that I'm not about this stuff. I like my team. All right. It's just you guys are sitting here and you're trying to to lure me back in. And I got to tell you,
Oh, you brought it up.
Well, Bill Simmons brought it up, and like it's got everybody on Heat Twitter in a lather.
Okay.
What do you mean by in the lather?
Yeah, they're all worked up, dude.
Sure. Okay. All right. Yeah, I get that. Yeah. That makes sense.
You know, everybody's out here. LeBron on the Swan Song coming back, close his career, give him number 6. Stop making that noise.
Just think about it for a second.
I have thought about it.
Haywood Highsmith and LeBron on the court at the same time.
What?
Clamps.
Dude.
Yeah.
Clamps.
Yep.
He just got cooked by Jovic and Hawkins a day ago.
Well, they're
You
good.
just watched it.
Yeah, that's true.
We were just there, baby.
Good footwork.
Great footwork.
Maybe he could be point guard, huh? Jimmy, it's still Jimmy's team. He goes in there with the same way that Wade was like, all right, LeBron, this would be your team and whatever for the betterment of whatever. He's gonna go in there and say, Jimmy, this is still your team, playoff Jimmy. I am just a noble servant. And he can be our point guard.
I can't tell if Leroy's frozen with bad internet again or he's just
I'm just frozen at you.
I think you do need to reset your connection. You look like 95.
No, I'm fine. I'm just
You're
staring at you.
Well, how are you going to tell us we're fine? We're both telling you you're frozen and you look blurry.
There's
But
also
I've heard everything. I haven't had any breakups.
What's strange is your audio is fine.
Your audio's fine. Your video is like, I don't know. It's
No, that's just me doing this, staring at you.
Why?
Because I can't believe what you're getting us to fall for.
I'm not falling for anything.
Okay.
It's that
All right.
old Bill Simmons.
All right.
And now he's putting doubt in my heart.
Because
You're
you know
right.
why? Because he's trying to infiltrate with his Celtics bad juju.
He's right.
Where he's trying to. He hates the Lakers and LeBron, and he hates the Heat. So he's like, he could have ruined vibes. LeBron. He's not leaving LA. Enough of this already. And also, even if he was leaving LA, some bridges would have to be mended with me.
Definitely needs an apology for sure.
I mean, I think him and Riley are cooler now.
Yeah, but still.
And in a better spot. And I think Spo would be all for it. He always kisses Spo's ass and things like that. But what about me? How am I supposed to do this?
What about me?
What about me? What about all the things I've invested into this? Like
you're gonna do what you always do.
What do you mean?
You're gonna find a way to say he's a Heat player now, or you're gonna root for him.
I don't know.
You're not gonna not root for LeBron if he plays for the Heat. You're not.
But he's not gonna play for the Heat. But
Okay.
just theoretically, if he was traded today to the Miami Heat, and I had to root for him, I mean, I would because I'm a team guy. But he's gonna have to do a lot of Heat culture ass kissing. Like he's got amends to make.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
I mean, it's true though.
And I want Goran back.
Okay.
Out of retirement.
And Bronny Jr. to the Canes.
That's up to him. I'm just saying, it seems like it makes sense. You want to go to a real basketball school?
Absolutely.
Bring Bronny down here.
I think it's.
Wouldn't it be something of an ultimate team petty move if Pat Riley drafted Bronny, but then wouldn't sign LeBron?
Oh. Over the hill. Can't sign him.
He goes, Pat. He goes, love you. You gave Bronny a shot. And, Bronny can bring that Heat culture, that hustle. You see those chase down blocks that he's got just like his pops? And then he goes, he rings up Pat Riley, goes, I'm ready to come back, Godfather. And he goes, yeah, about that, though.
Okay. What would happen? What kind of mountains would LeBron move if another team drafted his son?
He doesn't have to draft it. He's a free agent. He can go wherever he wants in the offseason.
You designed that perfectly.
I mean, listen, nobody ever said the guy wasn't smart.
What about a team that would draft Bronny just to get LeBron?
No, I think there will be teams that try to do that for sure.
I mean,
Giannis's
brother is still playing.
If you're the Hornets, don't get too cute.
Oh yeah,
dude, I gotta tell you that Giannis brother, most annoying guy in the league.
So annoying.
He is so irritating.
Yeah, I think I saw a highlight of him getting angry on the bench. I think that's the only highlights I see of him.
We'll take a quick break. The great Larry Czonka. He's scheduled to join us next.
Tough.
Hey. It's time for our Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua. It's our Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Tonga Valoa. Not
Tua Tagovailoa.
A for effort. Dolphins quarterback.
Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua.
Tua.
Tua, Tua, Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Can go to hell. Tua Tagovailoa. Dolphins quarterback.
Daddy loves you guys.
Our Tua with Tobin and Leroy.
Check the history of food.
Hour two of the program, ladies and gentlemen. Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. Big game coming up this weekend. Dolphins and Bills. Let's get into it, Leroy. We gotta talk to the legend about this, man. You got to bring out the big guns when you got a game this big coming on up. Go out to the Toyota of Hollywood guest line shop. Hundreds of Toyotas indoors in one of America's largest showrooms at Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood and Sheridan. The great Larry Czonka joining us there on the program. Larry, we appreciate the time. Thank you so much for making time for us today on this Football Friday.
Sure thing.
This game, Larry, you're one of my favorite follows on social media during Dolphins games. I love getting your reactions to the whole thing. How do you take in last week? A butt kicking like that? We're all very hyped up for it, and the Dolphins kind of get humbled right out of the gate. So how did you experience last Sunday?
Well, if you go back with me to the game, you'll remember that they didn't just get humbled right out of the gate. They were looking pretty strong all the way through the half and into the third quarter. But that suggests that the team they were playing, the Ravens, had a little better plan come out of that halftime break. And they stopped what we were doing and started doing some things that they could do. That suggests that we can play with anybody for a half, but maybe not for the full distance of the game, which breaks down to maybe it's more of a coaching style than it is a player style.
I played when it was control the line of scrimmage, run the football, everything comes off of that. Any type of offense starts with that. Football's different now, but it always seems that the teams have the same basic concepts of football throughout the history of football. Control the line of scrimmage.
There you go.
When you watch these teams that have these high-powered offenses, motions all over the place, are you still focusing on the same things? Or are you like, why aren't we trying to do more to control the lines of scrimmage?
Well, to control the line of scrimmage, those are the words that are written up on the wall in the gold lettering right there, to control the line of scrimmage. Under the rules that I played under, 40, 50 years ago, there was a more physical control of the line of scrimmage than what there is today. It's almost a pirouette. It's almost a ballet arena up there. I don't mean to minimize the contact. People are big. There's still great contact up there. But there's not a controlled effort as much as a reaction to what's coming. So I think that the overall picture is, in my day, you tried to control the line of scrimmage physically and attack it and work the ball down the field in small segments. I think with the rules changes, things have changed so drastically that it's everything's a kind of stop the rush and see if you can connect with the pass. And it's taken the emphasis off the running game. And what I'm talking about here is ball control. When you have ball control, you have clock control. So no matter how good their offense is, if you keep their offense on the sideline and you run 7 minutes or 8 minutes off in a quarter by controlling the ball and working your way down the field, you make it a lot easier game for your defense, or at least a more controllable game for your defense.
So, Larry, how do you, watching these couple of years of Mike McDaniel, I think you got some time with him last year, like, getting to know the guy and seeing kind of his vision this year with the second year of this offense, all the motion, all kind of the trickery they try and do. How do you, I guess, enjoy watching this kind of style? Because it has put up big numbers. But there's been, some speed bumps in, like you said, like the big time matchups. They seem like they can hang, then something kind of goes awry for him. So how have you liked how this offense has played out for him this year?
When I first watched him, when he first arrived, I wasn't much of a fan. But after watching him over a couple of seasons, I've discovered he is like the heart and soul of that team. Shula, the guy I played for, it was his way or the highway. It was cut and dried. You either did it the way he said you were going to do it, or you got the hell out of Dodge. That was it. He traded. He got rid of it. If you couldn't see his light, that was the end of it. I don't see that happening today. I see a much different atmosphere there. I see a more intellect situation where we're going to not only beat them with our brawn, but we're going to beat them with our brain. And it's a much more refined, a more educated approach to the game, I think, than I've ever seen. I'm a fan. Obviously, sometimes it's hard to be a fan when you see a second half like we saw last week. It kind of shakes you, rattles you at your bones. You start throwing things. I'm terrible about. It's hard for me to watch a game like that. I make no bones about it. But this team has operated that same way for the last couple of years, and they're making progress. If you look historically what they've done, they're working their way slowly up the mountain. So someone's hearing what he has to say. To answer your question, I'm a fan of his now. After 2 years, I didn't know I was in the first year. As the second year's come along, his methodology, whatever it is starting to work and is starting to show. Now, if we can just get it to work in the fourth quarter.
Right.
Can you take us to Sunday? What is the most angry you get? Do you throw things? Are you yelling? Do you need to walk out of the room? What is before you fire off the tweet of frustration? What is the reaction you're watching when Zay Flowers is going deep?
Oh, geez.
Dolphins are out of it. Like what is the most frustrated you were last Sunday?
Oh, I get I find myself up on my feet. A few years ago in that big Super Bowl game where the kid from New England almost caught the ball to win the game, or the kid from the Giants caught the ball and saved us from having a company as an undefeated season. I almost stuck my head through a ceiling fan. I jumped so high. So that gives you an idea, both good and bad, how I watch a football game. I am so pleased when the Dolphins execute, show a designed play, show a designed effort, execute it to the T and take it down. That's the old discipline. That's still very much a part of the game today. That discipline of going through that and doing that. The sacrifice they go through to do that. And this coach seems to bring that out in him. In the last couple of years, I've seen it develop. So I'm an avid fan, but it's hard for me to watch, particularly in like the late fourth quarter, and the Ravens were just massacring us. It was just, I just wanted to get up and stick my foot through the TV set. It just made me so mad that, I know they're better than that. I know there's an element in there. There's a will to win that jumps out every once in a while, and you see it. And it's something that we were very prideful of in 72, 73, all the way to 79 when I played with Shula last year there. It was there, and we could see that. And I see signs of it again with the team, and it just keeps me a very avid fan, but I'm also afraid I'm a very outspoken fan.
Is it more frustrating watching your team that you've been a fan of most of your life struggle, or is it more upsetting that you can't do anything about it but watch?
Well, you may have put your finger on it right there. I'm used to when I'm watching Aqua Orange, and I'm, I feel like I share in their accomplishment. So when there's frustration, I share doubly in that, because I'm frustrated because I can't do anything about it.
Right.
There's nothing you can do besides jump up and kick the TV set, and then you're without the rest of the game the rest of the day. So, it's I'm not a good fan. I wouldn't be a good fan in the stands. I'd be, it's better for me to watch it on TV with some of my old teammates.
Larry, I find it amazing that now that all I can do is watch, and I only watch as a fan, I'm like, how do you guys do it? Like, it's so like, can you
can't
imagine
imagine that. Yeah, you know what it's like to get out there and venture hostilities on someone or the other team. But when you got to sit there and just hold your popcorn and rock in place, pretty soon you just explode. It's crazy.
Yes, it is.
What is your confidence level going into this week, Larry? They got a huge matchup against the Bills, rivalry matchup. They've had their number over the last couple of years, so I guess confidence level for the division. This is all they wanted. Got a bunch of, if they win this, 2 seeds, still in a pretty good spot for the postseason, but obviously it's a big challenge with Buffalo. So what is your confidence level going into this week for the Dolphins?
Hey, the turkey is cooked and it's on the table. All right. Forget about Buffalo beginning earlier in the season. Forget about the one lopsided deal. This is what it's about. This is what the whole season's led up to. This is what we've just talked here about, their development. This is coming down to where you're either going to be what you say you are or you're going to fail. All right. It's going to be right there. It's time for the coaches and the players. I know everybody has there's injuries are always a problem, but everyone has injuries. Everybody has that same mix. You know it, and I know it. You've watched enough of it. You know exactly what I'm talking about. They've got to be durable, and they've got to be in control of their emotion. They got to decide to win this game. It's all this week. All right. It all comes down to this game. This whole season comes down to this game. Don't look any further. Don't look back at anything. Just concentrate on this game this week. It's in your stadium. It's for all the marbles are on the table. If you don't take this, then you're in second. It's not a good sign if you don't take this.
Just got the goosies, Leroy. I got to tell you right now.
Hey,
it's a monster. It's a monster coming up this week. Larry, your book came out about a year ago, Head On, which you've done a lot of, getting to interact with the Dolphins, going on. What has that experience been like for you? Getting a chance to kind of reflect on the stories and interact with Dolphins. Like what was this year for you like with the book out, which is still available now? Head On, really slick cover with aqua and orange on there with Larry Czonka. But what was the experience like this year? Kind of get a chance to interact with Dolphins and tell these stories.
I was all set to peer across the tabletop wherever I was, signing the books and talking with the fans to a lot of gray-haired and elderly-looking people. But I've discovered that there's a lot of second, third, and fourth generation Dolphin fans that still know a lot about our history. And, that gives me a great deal of pride. That I don't know, there's almost a family feeling about that. Kind of us against them, but it's all just for a football game, and it's in good spirits. And that is something that pro football gave me that I didn't realize at the time when I was there, that I would have an ongoing connection, almost a family-like, distant family granted, but still family relation with a lot of the fans. And when they came up, I expected to be signing a lot of books for grandfathers and great-grandfathers that are explaining to a young man or young lady what the Dolphins were back when. Instead, I've got a lot of young people standing in front of me, or moderately aged people, mid-range people, 30s, 40s, 50s, that are standing there that know all about it. And what a refreshing thing to see that it goes on, that it's I know pro football is just a pastime in our country. That's good. But it's also a thing that brings a lot of people together. And it's nice to know that it brings people and families together, and that the grandfather is talking to the grandson, and they're both trading quips from the book. And I'm just sitting there amazed, because I just, it amazes me that a 10-year-old person has read the book and understands it and is putting together what happened in the history of the Dolphins. That gives me a great deal of pride of having been a Dolphin and been part of that history.
Really, really great. We'll get the book. It's still available if you guys haven't yet. Larry Czonka, Head On, a memoir. Check it on out. We really appreciate the time, Larry. Thank you so much for giving it to us here on this Friday. You got us all fired up for Sunday Night Football. And really appreciate you spending some time with us.
Let's go Dolphins. It's all right now. This is the moment. Come on, Dolphins.
Come on, Dolphins.
Come on.
Come on now. Larry, thanks for the time, man. We appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
There you go. The great Larry
Hey.
Czonka. We appreciate him.
You
A
know what he
legend.
made me?
Hmm?
He made me hungry. Turkey's on the table. Turkey is on the table.
We'll take a quick break. Back with more after this. welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560. Ethan Schmolnick says, Larry Czonka looks like he eats elk bone marrow for breakfast.
Point.
Hey,
So he's tough.
he's tough.
I mean, he told you he wants to put his foot through a television. I kind of felt that way too. Although my TV's up a little high, I'm not exactly Wonder Boy. I can't get up there with the kicks.
You think when he put his foot through the television, it was one of those that had the big back?
Yes. No, that's exactly how I imagined it. And I imagine Larry Czonka still has two. Yeah, that's of course exactly how I imagined. It's got the wood panel on the side.
Yes. The two dials that look like they could be like on an oven. That's how you do it.
Absolutely.
Solid.
And of course, there's like a moose head above it.
Yeah, for sure. Man, I was accused of pointing out the obvious, but that jersey he had in the back was so sweet. Dude.
Yeah, it's a good man cave.
That is dope.
It's a good man cave. It's a good man cave. Leroy's got a nice man cave. Well, it's not a man cave. It's like an office.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's actually, I did see it. He has
It's got shelves up high.
Yeah.
I can't even go in there because it's too dark.
What do you mean?
It only has one little light in there. I don't go in there.
Isn't it in the front of the house? Like, how does it not get better lighting?
Yeah.
Because the stupid lights, like when you hit them, it's like that dim, like light. It doesn't brighten the room. So I don't go in there. I have a TV, everything's set up in there like I would be in there. And then the other thing was when we first started doing the show during COVID, I tried to do the show in there and it was an echo chamber.
Yeah, well, the ceilings are very high.
So that's how I ended up in here.
It's he was great. Love Larry Czonka. Appreciate him joining.
You could just talk about anything with Larry. Like he's like lived a life.
He definitely has. And this week look, Larry's basically telling you task at hand, like that's what you gotta focus on.
We don't say that anymore.
We don't say that anymore. Turkey is on the table.
Yeah, but it makes me hungry. Like ever since he mentioned the turkey, I'm just like
turkey. Man, I love it.
The Zonk's probably got a good Thanksgiving going,
Oh yeah. Hey, so question.
Yep.
If you make a ham sandwich with bacon, is that too much?
No.
Wow.
Okay.
No. Okay. Ridiculous question, especially if you make the bacon a little crispy.
Oh. It's the crunch. And let me tell you.
Delicious.
Anybody who cooks flaccid bacon can go straight to hell.
I mean, most people put lettuce on a ham sandwich to get the crunch, like it's not for taste. So like if you could replace lettuce with bacon for crunches.
If you put that, like when you go to restaurants or you get a burger joint and they put that big piece of lettuce, it makes your hamburger a slip and slide.
Jordan says that was the first time ever Tobin was too intimidated to ask a guest if he had the goosies. He wanted to ask them. Not wrong.
Yes.
I can't ask Larry Czonka if he's got the goosies.
Hey, yeah, and that wasn't even honoring Larry Czonka.
No, he was in a great mood.
Sometimes you ask him an annoying question and that's it.
Dude, I remember the first time I got, like when I was producing for Zaslow, we had Larry Czonka on and he was just not in the mood. And it was just like, all right, I guess he was, I don't know if it was what Zaslow had, but I didn't feel like Zaslow asked a bad question. It wasn't like the Bam Adebayo situation. It's just like Larry Czonka. I think he was also still living in Alaska, so maybe it was just very early for him, but he was not in the mood. But we've had about
I would say that that's our job to kind of control that, right?
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? So when you see him when he's on a good run, right? You just want to keep him on that happy path.
Just keep on that happy path. When he was, I was gonna go. I was like, you know what? Him memorize, going down memory lane and getting the feels over the young generation Dolphin fans. I was like, we got all we want out of Larry. Let's roll. But we've had him on a couple times. He's been really cool both times.
Yeah. I think it has to do with me.
I agree with that. Leroy is a very personal. Have you? Of course. Like, what have been your interactions with Csonk? Has there been many?
Yeah.
Have you golfed with Csonk?
No, I haven't. But here's the deal. For reasons I cannot explain, wherever we go, and I'm not that guy, right? Like I'm friendly with my friends, but for some reason, everywhere I go, people like want to have conversations. So I oblige them, like I don't mind having conversations. Like
see if you can get us an invite to the turkey cookout.
I tell you what, we ended up we ended up in a cabana at a casino.
You know where it stops though? It stops when he tells Leroy, "Okay, you guys can come, but we got to go kill the turkey."
Yeah,
and then we're out.
We're out. We're out. Like I ain't.
You know, like Larry Czonka is just out there waiting.
Look, when we show up to the house and he's in fatigues and got his rifle over his back, he's like, I got some extra equipment back there for you guys. I'm like, for what?
But excuse us.
Well, turkey's not on the table yet. We got to go catch it.
We gotta go get him. You know,
I'm about Tobin to be all in.
I'll be all in, but I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh my goodness! And you know he's gonna have one of them little turkey.
I'll do that job. I'll do the turkey.
I would say, hey, Csonk, why don't we just strap a feather on the Tobin's ass and roll him out there?
Much funner. Put that on the dartboard.
No, I tell you,
make the noise, Tobin.
I tell you what I need now, because he's like, well, I wasn't a fan of Mike McDaniel. Well, now I need Mike McDaniel in maybe a postseason Hard Knocks where he's hunting with Larry Czonka.
Yeah.
Like, because could you imagine Mike McDaniel trying to stay quiet during hunting? Not gonna happen.
Oh my goodness.
Not gonna happen.
And Larry just looking at him annoyed.
Hopefully you didn't jinx us.
But I don't never understand, why do you have to be quiet with the animals? They're in the woods.
I don't know.
There's noises going off everywhere. They ain't the only animals.
They know different noises though.
So they know when people are talking, and they're probably thinking those humans are here to shoot us.
They're too close. Based off of everything they know, I should avoid those guys.
Probably.
Do you guys know there's a raccoon hunting contest by any chance?
Where?
In Georgia, apparently.
Oh, I thought didn't Dusty Crumb told us the raccoons are nearly extinct down here?
Well, I'll tell you what, they must be thriving in Georgia. Crowder was telling me apparently there's a contest, about 50,000-60,000 on the line. I can't imagine.
You just go hunt raccoons?
Hunt raccoons. I was like, I don't know. I've seen Tobin take out a couple possum. Maybe he'd be interested.
Possums.
Possums are passive.
Yeah.
He just went. He just went A-Rod on.
I didn't know, dude. I didn't know they didn't carry rabies. I thought that he was rabid.
He was just looking for his
family. Why? What gave that impression?
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
No,
you know what? You know, there's a lot of animals that aren't that we shouldn't be afraid of, but they make noises to get you away.
Dude, I'm going to tell you something right now. You, if you were in that situation, aren't asking questions.
Yeah, that's true.
No, I'm not. No, first of all, I'm not getting that close to him.
He came up to my front door.
That's true. He was blocking.
He was asking for milk.
We were doing the morning show. It was 3 in the morning. I wasn't, I was trying to get to my car.
Gotta be light on your toes, dude.
No, the thing is, he says, "Hey, man, I had a confrontation with a possum. What happened?" that was the end of it. I'm like, wow. So where did possum go? Did you have to like put him in a bag? And
I'd rather not give more details. It involved a big shovel.
Oh my goodness.
Vanessa says he started it.
I don't know. Like I have a baby iguana that insists on jumping in my pool every day.
Oof.
Because it's warm.
Zeus doesn't chase him?
Huh?
Does Zeus chase the iguanas?
They're not outside all the time. But
No?
yeah, he chases them. Like, see, but here's the deal. Zeus will chase him, but then he'll come across a toy and then he wants to play catch.
Right. He's very
Right?
like he's not a hunting dog, right? Like,
No, he is.
Is
He, like you take him hunting and he goes, you shoot the animal, he goes and gets it.
yeah.
So, but Luna, the white dog, will bark from afar. Some of the angriest, meanest barking you ever heard, but she ain't going close to whatever it is. And Oreo will run around the pool, right? But Oreo's not getting in the water.
Nick T says Tobin also fried a rat with a grill. Well, in
Right.
fairness, he wasn't supposed to be in there.
Like, why? I was like, dumb rat. Why would you think this is a good hiding place?
Well, I think he was getting the scraps. I think that's what he was in there for. Like if I just left like I don't know, if like a zucchini fell down there through the slide or something.
No
like
way.
So
Even rats are-
now he's vegan.
that. I don't know. I
Vegan
don't know
rat?
what he's going there for.
Dude, first of all, hold on, Marcos.
Yeah.
I know what you're thinking. First of all, fat ass.
Yeah.
There's no way in hell you dropped a zucchini.
Ain't
You
for me.
bought a chicken leg, a wing.
No,
piece
I
of
would.
steak.
You can't drop. How do you drop a wing through a grill?
Yeah.
If you put the wings on there, sometimes the little ones will fall
Flip through.
Yeah,
Well, listen, they'll fall through the cracks of your car. So
but no, come on. He's like, sometimes you drop a zucchini. Nobody believes you.
I swear to God, I like a zucchini every now and then.
You like zucchini?
I mean, I don't like zucchini. I mean, like the what? Here's the
The
thing.
wife, here we
My
go.
wife's always like, you can't just have meat. I'm just like, why? But why?
She's trying to make you eat vegetables?
Yeah. She made some broccoli last night. I was like, man, this is good. How'd you do this?
Mm.
Would you
Tasted
put
it.
cheese on it?
No, but like it definitely felt like it tasted like fry seasoning or something like that.
Oh, is
Yeah,
that
she's
wait?
trying to
They had some extracurriculars on it.
Yeah,
You know,
she
you
tricked
got-
me into vegetables last night.
Really, no meat?
No, we had meat. It was
I gotta
it
tell
was
you.
some kind of
I realized a couple of nights ago, Big Spoon made pork chops. I was like, wow, it's been a minute. These are delicious.
I haven't had pork chops in a while.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah.
Pork chops kind of like a lefty specialist out of the bullpen. You just never know, but every once in a while you need it.
That's true.
You don't go to it all the time.
And you got to get it with the bone. Otherwise, it's too dry.
Oh, a pork chop with the bone.
Yeah, you got to get it with the bone. But I tell you what, as a kid, pork chop sandwich.
Okay. What?
Pork chop sandwich.
That sounds delicious on a little po' boy.
No. Just regular bread. Regular bread.
Sliced?
In New Orleans, it was bunny bread.
Bunny bread.
Bunny bread, yeah.
There's no Publix in New Orleans.
No,
Bro.
it's in New Orleans when I was growing up, we had Schwagmans.
Piggly Wiggly.
No Piggly Wiggly. Schwagmans.
Schwagmans.
Yeah.
Tangibles.
Huh. I don't know, but it was
Oh,
it
they
was-
ain't gonna make it.
Jay says
was-
surprise Tobin even knows what a
Stop
zucchini
zucchini shaming. I've seen you eat J Fig.
Zucchini's good.
You ain't that friendly with vegetables either. Calm down.
Take a quick break. We tickle Leroy's fancy next.
Previously on
Tobin and Leroy.
And there was two of them. One was living in my grill because at one time I put on the igniter, ran out with his little rat ass
did it
on
scare
fire.
you?
What?
Coming
fancy, huh? Oh, you fancy, huh?
I'm so fancy. You already know I'm in the fast lane. From LA to Tokyo, I'm so fancy.
It is time, ladies and gentlemen, to tickle Leroy's fancy.
My fancy is tickled.
Go around the week 18 slate of the NFL schedule and see where we're at with all of this standings and playoff picture and whatnot, as the Miami Dolphins have a big-time game coming up on Sunday Night Football. But Leroy apparently is making a ham and bacon sandwich, and he's not here right now.
I guarantee he's coming back with a sandwich for sure. Yesterday, I tried to pull a fast one because I'm just so accustomed to us doing picks on Thursdays.
Yep.
Try to see if Dan Day can sneak me a win or two. I realized I didn't even need to. I didn't even need to.
I don't know what we're doing. Like, do you want to keep picks going, but not football? Because we're only going to have so many games.
That's what I was going to ask.
What do you guys want to do here with that? That's kind of up to you. I don't know.
I guess we'll let King Leroy, the winner 2 months in a row, tell us what we're
I would like to, get him a month where he gets humbled. I mean, that would mean a lot to me.
See, those first ones when I was an NFL insider, we should have said something. We didn't do it. We just didn't even. We were just like, whatever. We should have rubbed it in his face, made him feel like me and all my vast knowledge are the real insiders. It'll probably go Baldy, me, then I don't know, Orlovsky smelling shoes somewhere.
I don't know.
Those are the top three for sure.
Well, either way, we'll wait till Leroy gets back here before we tickle his fancy. I guess you could take off the music for right now. And we'll redo it when he gets here. Right. Oh, Leroy, and he gets here when he gets here. By the way,
what's the over under that he comes back holding a sandwich?
Oh, that's minus. That's like minus 10,000. He's 100% making a sandwich right now.
Okay,
100% making a sandwich right now. There's like not even a question in my mind. But NBA was good last night.
Yeah.
While we're waiting for Leroy, man, that Wemby versus Giannis. What a matchup. I will say, though, Marcos, do you feel the same way than I do? You watch this Damian Lillard on the Bucks. Ooh, doesn't look like he's having fun, does it?
Not at all, dude.
Doesn't look like he enjoys it at all, being the old second. Like, and look, I get it. Your teammate is Giannis. He's Giannis.
Yeah.
So, like, Giannis is going to take the shots. But, like, Damian Lillard, like, the only try Damian Lillard got, Wemby blocked him.
Yep.
Because Wemby was amazing yesterday.
Yeah, there was an exchange there that you were mentioning between Wemby and Giannis. That last like 90 seconds or something like that.
It was good.
That was some of the best basketball I've ever seen.
It was
crazy.
It was just it really was. It was like two extraterrestrials going at it back and forth. But it's just like the thing with Wemby, dude, is like we know it's interesting because you watch Bam versus Giannis. And you're like, man, this is a great matchup. Bam's one of the few guys in the league that can kind of stick with Giannis. But he's not bigger than Giannis.
Yeah.
He's like as big, maybe a little smaller. It's weird seeing Giannis go up against somebody who's bigger than him. It's just strange. And so to see Giannis kind of look like, it's kind of like it's like watching like Jimmy versus Giannis, it's like that kind of proportion to it. But it was so cool seeing this guy block everything. Almost made me forget that he shoved Britney Spears.
Okay, I don't think that's how it went.
I'm still dying for somebody in an arena to do that. I'm telling you, game ops when if we can get to that this year. Have the Spurs been here yet? We played the Spurs. That was in San Antonio.
I would say that was in San
the Spurs.
Antonio.
I don't feel like the Spurs have been here. I don't remember.
I'll tell you what, though, whomever it is, it doesn't even have to be us. We just need to hear it, dude.
Wembenyama pulls up for 3. Brick. I'm telling you, it's money right
Game
there.
ops, dude.
Next week, though, we got we maybe have the potential rookie of the year showdown because we got Chet Holmgren coming in. So we got we need a huge performance from Jaime because I know like the buzz is gonna get killed after this Wemby game. Like people are gonna be like Jaime geezer. No shot he should be rookie of the year, which is not fair. don't make these kids ashamed of going to college. All right.
Yeah.
The guy's been amazing. It's not like he's 25 years old. All right. It's not like we got Brandon Whedon out there playing quarterback as a rookie at 28. All right. The kid's only 22 years old, but I know he's got like no shot against. And this Holmgren is not even a rookie. It's garbage.
Chet's not even a rookie, though.
Reminds me of the old Spider Mitchell versus Ben Simmons rookie of the year debate.
True.
You know?
And look at that one, huh? Got it wrong.
Anyway, Leroy's back. Let's tickle Leroy's fancy.
My fancy is tickled.
Leroy, up first.
No sandwich, huh?
Damn. No sandwich. Yeah, you lost that bet. No chili pepper.
I'm heating something else up.
Leroy, Saturday, 4:30.
Mm-hmm.
The Pittsburgh Steelers, who, wouldn't you know it?
They're not going to have a losing record.
Mike Tomlin, winning record.
Is this not the? I mean, as many times have they talked about this dude losing his team, right? And they're always in the mix.
They are taking on the number 1 seed, clinched Baltimore Ravens. Pittsburgh is a 3-point favorite on the road. I imagine that means the Ravens are sitting.
Lamar's not playing. Nobody's playing.
It's a pickle. So, what do you got, Leroy? Tickle your fancy?
Yes.
No Lamar?
Yes, I am. Well, even without Lamar, because here
My fancy is tickled.
there's a lot of games that have ramifications.
Yep.
For not the Dolphins as much as they do the Bills. Because a lot of these teams that are playing, if they win, it eliminates the Bills. If the Dolphins beat. So, yeah, there's a lot of action. I'm gonna be paying attention to it all. So, yeah, my fancy is tickled.
Yeah, the Bills, I think, can get jumped by Pittsburgh if with a win.
Yeah.
And I think it's Jacksonville.
Jacksonville, yes.
So if they win, Bills lose, Bills are out.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, 8:15 that night, Leroy, the Houston Texans take on the Indianapolis Colts, both 9-7. So is
there 3 teams 9-7 in that division?
3 teams 9-7 in that division.
Holy smokes! Yes.
But right now, the Jags have the tie over them, so they need to finish. They need whoever wins this will need the Jaguars to lose to win the division.
Then they'll have the best record anyway, so it won't matter, right?
So what do you make of this? You take your fancy?
This is again all playoff implications.
Yep.
I'm in, even if I could give a rat's ass about both teams.
1:00 on Sunday, Leroy. Your Cleveland Browns not starting. Of course, comeback player of the year, Joe Flacco, possible MVP candidate, taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Take your fancy?
No. Here's why.
Tickled.
Nobody's playing. The Browns seeding is already set.
Yep.
And so this is just a matter of Cincinnati has some kind of chance of making it, but the Browns have just, no, we're good.
1:00, the Minnesota Vikings, they take on the Detroit Lions. Minnesota not yet eliminated, but they're the last of the last alives in the conference. Detroit's set.
You ready for this one?
Well, I guess Detroit's not set because they could finish ahead of Dallas. Who's Dallas got?
This is what happens if you're a Minnesota Vikings fan. That when you don't make the playoffs and your coach in this post-game press conference say, "Hey, we had an opportunity to make the playoffs all the way up until week 18." Right?
Yeah, of course.
That's what the conversation is.
In fairness to them, I mean, you lose.
They've gone through a boatload of quarterbacks.
They've
gone through exactly what Cleveland has gone through, except Cleveland has a better defense.
They chose Josh Dobbs. They should have chose Joe Flacco. Who knew?
Who knew?
Look at this bastard Greeny.
What is he saying?
Putting Tua on his list.
Oh, get out of here!
Get out of here, dude.
He's got top 5 AFC QBs. Greeny has the most confidence in. He's got 2 at 4 behind Josh Allen. Imagine behind Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes. I'm guessing that's Greeny's list. What a list, Greeny. Anyway, coming up at 1:00, Leroy, the Jaguars visit the Tennessee Titans. Doug Peterson mere minutes ago saying that Trevor Lawrence's questionable game time decision for Jacksonville in this game. They are 3.5-point favorites against the Titans, who are not very good. Take your fancy?
They aren't no, it doesn't. Even though there's playoff implications, this game is just going to be terrible.
Yep.
This game is going to be terrible, and it's going to be up in the cold, and this game could end up, Jacksonville could end up losing this game because Derrick Henry runs for 200. That's how this game's going to end.
1 o'clock, the New York Jets.
Nope.
Moving on.
Fancy not tickled.
The Atlanta.
Did you hear my intro about playoff implications? And then you throw New York Jets in my face?
Jets Patriots.
That's insulting. I gave you the parameters of my fancy being tickled.
Understood.
Okay.
NFC South matchup. Two cities that hate each other. Dan Day is going to be rabid. The Atlanta Falcons take on the New Orleans Saints. Take your fancy?
Yep, because I want Atlanta to lose. I don't care what the scenario is. Just lose Atlanta. Lose. And I want your coach to have to cut his porn stash.
That stash is awful. And his name is Arthur.
Yes. Like, you can't even. Do they call him Artie? Like, what? Like, I mean.
No, Artie's their owner. They have an Artie. Artie is Arthur Blank. No, Artie. I'm thinking of the Angels. They have Arthur too as the owner. They have Arthur Blank, the Home Depot guy.
Yeah. So, but
who also has a weird mustache.
Yeah. Yes, I'm interested for the sheer fact of I want Atlanta to lose everything.
My fancy is tickled.
Tampa Bay, they visit the Carolina Panthers. Take your fancy?
No, because Tampa's going to beat the hell out of them and they're going to win the division.
Fancy not tickled.
At 4:25, the Denver Broncos visit the Las Vegas Raiders. Both teams eliminated, nothing on the line.
Fancy not tickled.
Fair enough. The Philadelphia Eagles visit the fighting New York Giants. Philadelphia is a 6-point road favorite. Take your fancy?
No interest in either one of these teams. What Philly has done after week 11 is brutal to watch.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy to see. There's reports that the team's turning on Sirianni, which I could see. He looks like a bit of an ass.
Hey, yo, Rocco.
Hey, yo, Rocco. Nick Sirianni. The Seattle Seahawks visit the Arizona Cardinals. Take your fancy?
No. Does Seattle have a chance? No, they don't have a chance, right?
They they do. They can win. They are right now still behind Green Bay in the wild card. They're 8-8. They have the tiebreaker over New Orleans right now. So they're still alive.
All right. Still no.
4:25, the Kansas City Chiefs visit the LA Chargers. Take your fancy? Moving on.
No, because not because of Kansas City. This game seems like when you say these two teams, it should have more pizzazz than it has, but the Chargers ruined it.
Yeah, Chargers ruined it. Nothing. I guess KC can still get the 2 seed. Obviously, that
is a lot of talent on a football team to be so bad.
I guess can they get the 2 seed?
Right? Would we agree on that?
What?
That's a lot of talent, both offensively and defensively, to be that bad.
I don't think they can get the 2.
No, they can't because the Buffalo beat them, right?
Yeah, they can get the 3.
All right, so they're done, so they really have nothing to play for.
Nah, not really.
They already did they clinch a playoff spot?
Yeah, they clinched the division.
Oh, so they're going to be the 4 seed.
Right now they're 3, and they beat.
Oh, because the AFC South. Sorry.
Yeah,
AFC South.
But they're only 10-6. I don't. Got to see. Do they?
No, everybody else is 8-8 or.
No, well, it depends. They lost to Jackson. They lost to
Jacksonville 9-7.
Jacksonville's 9-7, but they're 10-6. So if they lost, they would be
10-7, and Jacksonville won.
Jacksonville. They have the tie over Jacksonville. They have the tiebreaker over Jacksonville.
Okay, so yeah, they can't.
But they can't be the 2 seed.
Right.
But they could end up hosting the Dolphins if the Dolphins lose.
Right.
So we'll see. But the turkey's on the table, so I ain't worried about
Turkey's on the table.
Turkey's on the table.
Come on.
The LA Rams visit the San Francisco 49ers. Take your fancy?
Yep. Yep. Even though San Francisco is already solidified the number 1 seed in the NFC, this charge that the Rams have been on in the last month has been pretty amazing.
The Dallas Cowboys visit the Washington Commanders. Tickle your fancy. And finally,
Fancy, not tickled.
You don't even have to say it. Turkey's on the table.
Turkey is on the table. The Buffalo Bills visit the Miami Dolphins.
Here's what sucks. We got to wait all damn day.
Yep.
Okay, tailgaters, save some for the game. All right? Don't get all excited and liquored up and then go into the game punch drunk. We need your energy in the stadium. Because I know y'all going to act a damn fool in that parking lot. I've been there. I know it. Big game. Woo! Beers everywhere, liquor. Don't burn no cars, right?
Please don't do that.
And save some for the game. Because it's going to be a long day. You're going to get there, 4 or 5 o'clock. You're going to have some eats, some drink. Game starts at 8:20. That puppy ain't going to end till about 12, 11:30, 12. So you got to save some energy. Bring some orange slices or something. Some Pedialyte. Bring a little something. Yeah. So you can maintain your energy and your electrolytes.
What were you saying, Marcos?
Before that buffoon who called us earlier ran away like a yellow belly.
Mm-hmm.
He did have a good point, though. There should be extra police presence there all day to drink. A lot of Buffalo fans and Dolphin fans.
Oh man, yeah, and of course we got to watch out for the Bayside aliens.
Are we not allowed to have chicken wings?
Up to you.
Somebody will call them buffalo wings.
Sweet Thai wings only.
I might go shoot a buffalo and just eat one.
Wow,
really?
He's tough.
Really?
What kind of animals do they have in West
Palm? Could you imagine Tobin walking down the street from some nearby woods with a buffalo around his neck?
We'll take a quick break. Cats are rolling right now, dude. They win last night in Las Vegas. We'll hear some of the highlights from Doug Plagens. 6 straight. Our cat talk by Celsius is next.
Previously on
Tobin and Leroy.
Hey, the turkey is cooked and it's on the table.
Spend your afternoon
got into you?
Whoa. Spin. Stepping and slide, run down on ups. I got time from the on damn block. Whoa. Spin.
We gotta start the segment. Can you stop talking my ear off, dude, during the break? Like, this guy doesn't shut up, dude. Like, he's always talking business. And it's like, I got to get to the show and entertain people, Marcos.
Well, sorry. You know what? When you're wrong, you're wrong.
When you're wrong, you're wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta do better.
Thanks again to Larry Czonka for joining the show. Man, hey, listen, we got to get some cat talk here. Brought to us by our friends over at Celsius. Hockey fans, don't sit this one out. When it's game time, make Celsius a part of your play and get that energy up. Game day is fueled by Celsius Essential Energy Drinks, the official energy drink of
your Florida Panthers.
Florida Panthers, winners of 6 in a row.
Yeah.
Let's listen back last night. If you probably were sleeping. Yeah, maybe some crust in your eyes. I don't know.
I was sleeping.
But the Panthers last night, they walked into Sin City, and the only sin committed was what the holy hell that they put on the Vegas Golden Knights was last night, as the Cats win 4-1. They got down early, but that was it, because Sam Bennett, he'd even things up late in the first period.
Touch pass from Larson, Ekblad, long shot, and it's knocked away by the glove hand of Thompson. Couldn't hang on to it. Back out to the line. Big drive back from Larson line. Bennett off the end boards. He scores! And the Panthers tie the game. A power play goal from Sam Bennett. The puck bounced off the end wall right to him in the right circle, and he's able to jam it home before the goaltender Thompson can get across. The Panthers tie the game at 1.
Oh, man. Doug Plagans with the call there last night on WQAM. Then we go to the second period, Leroy, and on the power play yet again, Matthew Tkachuk, who's been lighting the lamp on this road trip a little bit, he'd give the Cats the lead.
Verhaeghe slides it out front. It's off a Vegas stick. Deflects off to the near boards. Then Ekblad held up here on the near wall. Reinhart grabs the puck. Montour long shot. Tip. And they score. And it's Matthew Tkachuk right out in front. Redirects that point shot. And the Panthers take a 2-1 lead with a power play goal.
Woo! Got some excitement. That sounds like a 5-game winning streak excitement in the 6th game.
Sounds like it, dude. And then Carter Verhaeghe, 20th goal of the season to put the Cats up 3-1.
Over in the far corner, Bennett with it again to Verhaeghe. It hopped away. Panthers keep it in. Montour across Forsling. Big drive. It's stopped with the rebound. They score. Carter Verhaeghe picks up the loose change, and the Panthers take a 3-1 lead late in the second.
Oh, you know what happens when you pick up loose change?
What?
Oh, what's that?
Get money, dude. I mean, it's worth just everything. Put it right there in your pocket. It's good to have.
Oh,
Sure.
my goodness. That was terrible. -1.
-1.
That was terrible.
Tough crowd.
-1.
That ain't a tough crowd.
Tough crowd, dude. Jeez. Turkey's on the table, picking up change. Wisdom.
The power play was rocking last night for the guy. I don't know if you know this guy, Sam Reinhart. I don't know, maybe you heard of him.
Heard of him.
He's been scoring a lot of goals this season.
All-star nomination.
He wanted to continue to score goals, and Tkachuk and Verhaeghe, they work on it. They get the assist. They get it to Rhino. He takes his horn and lights up the goal horn.
Around on a carom. Tkachuk keeps it in. Out to Montour. Back to Tkachuk. Right circle. Tkachuk side of the net. Taken there by Verhaeghe. Carter Verhaeghe. Tkachuk in front of shot. They score. And it's Sam Reinhart on the power play. And the Panthers take a 4-1 lead.
Wow. Yeah. Kicked the Golden Knights' ass.
Again,
dude. Well, not again. They lost in the... I mean, yes, again recently, but like they didn't from this cup. But you know what the Panthers did?
What'd they do?
They got some revenge now. Because now it's a warning shot to the Knights.
Can I just say this?
We get to a
Can I just say this?
For Lord Stanley.
Hold
You've
on.
been put on notice, dude.
Yeah.
Let me say this. When you play a team,
yep,
after that team has beat you for the chip,
yep,
it ain't payback unless you playing for the chip again.
It's a warning shot, though.
No, it's not a warning shot.
It's a warning shot.
Not a warning
It's a warning shot.
It's a warning,
It's a warning shot.
Flares in the sky.
It's a warning shot to Vegas. Now they know. Now they know. Mental edge to the Cats.
Conference.
Well, yeah. Once they both get to the Stanley Cup final again, if they do, we'll see if Vegas can keep up their end of the bargain. We'll see. Man who's been keeping his end of the bargain, Sergei Bobrovsky.
Oh yeah.
Fuck us.
Look, you constantly, we do cat talk and you ask me for the goals. That's what you're there for hockey. Usually that's where the action's at. Something must have happened, and one of these highlights is a Bob save.
Oh, give it to me.
Here to the near corner, Eichel. Out to the point. It bounced away from Nick Hague. And now the Panthers working out to the line, not out of the zone. Eichel near circle. Flutters it in front. Oh, what a save made by Bobrovsky on Marcia. So in close right there on the doorstep. Sergei Bobrovsky. Acrobatics to keep the Panthers within one.
He's a gymnast. People don't know.
Acrobatics.
He's a gymnast.
This is a long way from blocking balls from your kids in the driveway.
It wasn't his kid. I mean, he's got a baby. It wasn't his kids. It was his tennis ball machine.
Oh.
Here's Bob after the game. Fuck
It was,
you need to
it was a good win. Good team effort, as you said. We played tight. We had some adversity, and I think we played really good team effort. You know, team defensively, penalty kill was on. Power play was great as well. So, and we beat a good team. So it's a really tough building to get the win here. So, and we're really happy.
Some big saves early on, especially on Jonathan Marsh's show. How did that help, and from a confidence standpoint, to be ready?
Yeah, as he's a great player, you know, and they got really smart offensive guys. So you have to be alert, you have to be focused, and yeah, if you give them a little bit, they're gonna take advantage from it. So.
What kind of boost did it give you in their second period? There's 3 PKs right away.
Yeah, it was a good challenge for us, and yeah, I thought guys did a great job. They protect the middle well, you know, and they didn't give much.
And looking at the penalty kill, one of the best in the league for a while now here. What have you noticed about the penalty killers in front of you this season?
Yeah, I think guys play with the confidence, you know, where they made the good reads, and we play as a unit, you know. We support each other and help each other and feel each other, so that's a big key.
Need to feel each other, dude.
Thank you.
Focus. You must have focus.
He's the most focused person I know.
Definitely.
He stresses that every time.
Always. One shot at a time, one shift at a time,
And you know
one
what,
game
though?
at a time.
As fast as those pucks go, I completely understand. You know, nothing else. Well, maybe hitting a baseball is as difficult.
I
as stopping
genuinely
the
would
puck.
want to know how bad does it hurt when you get those things? Like, does he have to ice like crazy after games? Like, does he, like, what is the recovery like from taking like one that just hits the spot that's not covered?
If you pad it up like I did when I played football, you good.
Yeah. I mean, nobody padded up like you. Dude looks like Bowser.
Okay.
From Mario Brothers. Big shell.
For sass.
Get us that headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto.
We know trucks. Dude, I almost cried today
Okay.
because they're making my leg bend.
Oh.
And it doesn't bend.
Oh.
And
Do you
it's
have
like-
some like extra peppy physical therapist?
They seem unreasonably energetic.
Yeah, right?
For some crap that hurts.
For sure.
Right?
Like, calm down.
She was
They're
nice.
trying to balance it out, Leroy.
First here's the problem. First they put some kind of cream and they try to get the fluid out.
Right.
So they're massaging it up. That hurts. And then they go, now we're gonna bend it.
Does
I'm like, in addition to what just happened?
Does Tony the therapist say something to you extra peppy like, you have your field and this one's mine?
Oh God.
No, because I would punch Tony in the face. Feel this. Like, no.
He tries to just use football analogies for everything.
No.
All right, Leroy, we're gonna get the first down on bending this knee.
Oh God.
Let's move the sticks.
Yeah.
Well, I
Wow,
mean,
that would
I
actually
know-
cause him to bend his knee, just not the way they want it.
I'm telling you what. No, because I give him the look. Like, you serious right now? Like, this hurts. Like, a lot. I said, I'm like, and when something hurt really bad and you fart or something like that, I was like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Like, this poor girl gonna get a face full of fart. And she just, one more.
Face full of fart?
Yeah, because
Where can he go?
I was on my back, and she was like, "Okay, let's get as much, a little more." I'm like, "Oh God, please, body, not today. This would be really embarrassing because this room is like an echo chamber." And it'd be like, "Whoa!" And everybody would look over in the area, but it hurt so bad. It hurt so bad.
Just let it rip, Leroy. Let it rip.
No,
I'm sure they're used to it.
no.
They're used to it.
We're gonna
"Oh,
push
God."
knee to the chest.
No, it wasn't even like they hang you over the table, right? So you're right there. But my leg bends fine right there. But when I sit on the table and put my foot and then they force it up,
Yep.
that's a no bueno, right? Because I can't even go full circle. I can't even go full circle on the bike yet. So, all the way around, I have to go here and then back.
Leroy and baby
Right.
tadpole, samesies.
So I'm just telling you, dude, I was like, how does that feel? I said, but it doesn't tickle, but it Hey, y'all laughing. Don't act like something's hurt so bad, right? That you just farted, right? Like, that's why you guys are laughing, because it's true.
Gives a new meaning to audible.
I'm out.
Speaking of Dolphins, we'll give you some news on the injuries next.
time for South Florida Lexus dealers' 15 minutes of game day uncensored.
Let's go! Sponsored by South Florida Lexus dealers. Experience amazing.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you as I zoom my camera back. This thing's a wild Bronco today, going all over the place.
I've seen the Broncos. Not that wild.
No. Well, I mean, what they got going on is wild.
Actually,
with
yeah, that is wild.
having to, hurting Russell Wilson's feelings and, not being able to.
Hurting his feelings. They get him $39 million. Nobody give a rat's ass about your feelings. Guaranteed.
This regime.
Guaranteed.
Let's give you an update here on all of the injuries, Leroy. A lot of question marks for the Dolphins.
All right.
It's gonna
So
be
Mike
a
McDaniel
segment right here.
Yeah, Mike McDaniel, he has just addressed the media. He might still be talking. It is Mike McDaniel.
Okay.
But
I wish I had a time machine.
Here's what he had to say on Jalen Waddle,
all right,
and Raheem Mostert. They're going to get work today. They've missed practice the last 2 days, although Waddle did do a walkthrough.
All right.
They're going to get work today. He says, quote, "I wouldn't close the door because they haven't." How about that?
Okay.
So we could have Waddle and Mostert back.
All right.
He said on Tyreek Hill, he is going to be back with the team today, and that's good. He obviously didn't practice yesterday because he has a hole in the ceiling of his house.
What the hell? I heard it was a child playing with fire or something like that.
Yeah, apparently.
Been there.
A light.
What?
What already?
What are you talking about? No, it was me.
Well, I was trying to explain it to Cheetah yesterday. It wasn't a closed set. When it's a closed set,
that's right.
That's what you got to have if you're going to play with fire in your house.
I used to light
How
my.
can you set a
Pokemon
fire in a hat and the hat don't burn,
Mhm.
but a roof burns a hole in? But I mean, how big was that fire?
Well, the one that I did, not too big because it was a closed set.
No, it was pretty
So,
big,
like, the reason why the hat didn't
Dude.
burn is
By the way, you almost singed your eyebrow hair.
Yeah,
that didn't. No,
it was pretty big.
It was kind of like this. Woo! Now that's a fire.
Even you were scared. We can see it in your eyes.
3 to 4 feet. No, too much. 2 to 3 feet.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Yeah. It was a closed set, though. You're right.
It was a closed set. Like I was not close to burning anything in this.
Except your face.
No, that's not true.
Okay.
There had to be a time where you're like, this is probably getting out.
That's what. That's
No,
what.
I felt very confident.
That's what Njoku said.
Well, I mean, that wasn't a closed set.
That's true.
This one is.
You got the glasses on. Why is
Yeah,
that?
of course. That's
Why
that's
for the eyebrows,
Oh,
the
yeah. All right,
protection.
cool. That is probably what about that hat is 10 inches, let's say.
something like that.
Look at the fire.
Yeah, okay, look how scared he looks.
That is too.
I don't look scared at all.
That's why you have this shade. So
You got to admit, like it looks really good. Like it's a closed set, and the fire is staying contained within the hat.
Oh, he
Except for the-
touches. Hey, he picked it up.
Except for the little part that burned on the side.
Well, but it went away. That was just the little bit of,
Lighter fluid that you squirted on it.
He's tough.
yeah, well,
He
lighter
did
fluid,
that
but
in
it
his
had.
own house.
See, like when you're an expert fire maker like myself,
Oh my goodness. Stop.
you know that it's gonna burn within the cylindric area of the hat.
Then
Is that why you did this?
Why are you almost in the corner?
Yeah, exactly.
You guys,
And look at that! Look at that! Look at that arm. He's not even moving that arm.
you guys are overselling this way too much. I'm right next to that fire. I touched the fire,
you're
so
not.
what? Like
Touch.
You
the
didn't
fire,
touch it.
dude.
that, I'm holding the hat on fire.
He's holding the fire.
So
Has Mrs. Tobin seen
You're
this
not
yet?
touching it.
has Mrs. Tobin seen what yet?
This.
Your
She's.
catastrophe.
I mean, I don't know.
Well, okay, hold on. You started that sentence with she's seen. and
No,
then
she's seen
everything-
I think she sees all the shenanigans. It's kind of like it's old hat to her at this point. She
Yeah.
knows. Anyway, Xavier
I don't
Howard's
know.
officially
She's
been
been real
ruled out.
nice to you. So I'm guessing she does not know.
Okay,
Look,
look
look at that picture.
right there.
He
dude.
looks like that's a fire.
That is woo.
Well, was hot.
Whoa. Oh my gosh.
Without
That's scary.
without any audio, he looks like he's in straight up panic.
Yes.
Because if I talk really quick, I can cut this out.
Nah, it was a close set. I wasn't worried in the least. Close set. Had a way to dispose of the fire very
Why
quickly.
you like this?
I mean, Leroy, I don't know if you know this. I'm not the devil. Like, I can't actually be in the fire.
Just the football figure.
Hey, how come you weren't actually in the fire, dude? Like, what, your parameter. First of all, you're like, oh my God, you were so dangerous doing this. Now you're like, wow, a little too cautious with the fire, soft boy.
Lean back.
It's amazing how you've gone from completely terrified for me to now I was too chicken around the fire.
No, you act like it wasn't.
You're acting like it's nothing.
You acting like it wasn't a big deal. That's why we're saying that.
What I'm acting like is it was a close set and I had it contained.
Okay. All right, dude.
Mike McDaniel's also optimistic that Robert Hunt will make his return. Rob Hunt made that sign yesterday, so that would be good news.
Yeah.
I think that was his. I think he finished his second full practice yesterday.
Some full beef on the line, you know?
Look at that. We need any return we can get, to be real.
Dade South says Tobin hasn't been the same since the fumes got to him.
Hey, holy smokes, dude. What
I
is
mean, in
wrong?
hindsight, it didn't really work out. The Heat did get gentlemen swept.
Yeah, but it was fun.
It was fun.
So fun.
I had more fun doing that than Jokic did winning the championship.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, not more fun than he had being with his horse.
No.
That he enjoyed. I need to go home.
Broke character yesterday.
I know. Well, that was a really good shot.
It was.
It was a really
It
good
was
shot.
also the fact that it wasn't like someone passed it to him. He dribbled down the court somehow, made a little bit of a move, if you want to call it that. Made a shot.
There's just a headline right now on First Take that says Stephen A. : I'm sick of the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, what the hell is that?
Okay.
I'm sick of the Miami Dolphins.
What are we
It's
doing?
his show. That don't talk about him. He's literally got all the power there.
Yeah, it's messed up, dude.
That's just like the headline. So the Dolphins have him absolutely disgusted, just like the Knicks usually do.
I don't understand. We have a good season thus far, dude. It's
He's
been
sick
really
of them.
I don't understand why, like,
Why?
they're
We're not even an obnoxious fan base.
11-5. Like, why? How is that a disappointment?
Sick of them.
He's sick of them, Leroy. Sick of them. Take a quick break. Got to get to our pick of the weekend coming on up. Back after this.
I can work a miracle, work a miracle. Oh, oh, I'll keep you like an oath. May nothing but death do us part.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. Take you up until 2 o'clock here on the show. Leroy,
what's up?
The time has arrived, my friend. The time has arrived for our favorite part of Friday, which is the Hard Rock Digital Sports Bet Pick of the Week. Now, where do you want to go on this, my friend? Do you want to go a little heat action tonight? I told you I've been very addicted to Jaime Jaquez double doubles. It's like it's Marcos's chili pepper. It's like what I can't resist. I have to look at it and just be like, Jaime, do I go that direction again? Because I've only hit it once.
But you only need to hit it once.
You only need to hit it once. That's the thing.
Do we want to go something a little more secure?
No.
It's a long weekend. Or
Turkey's
do
on
we
the
want
table.
I mean, you can go Jaime Jaquez. Here's some Jaime props tonight. Jaime Jaquez to score 30 or more plus 2250.
Nah.
He's done that once. I hit it on Christmas. We could go
it's a Christmas Day miracle.
Tyler Hero plus 2200 to get over 11 rebounds.
No.
What?
He's not a rebounder.
11?
He's a decent rebounder.
More than 11, though?
More. He has to get 11. He has to hit 11.
Okay,
That's
just
over
hit
10 and a half.
Okay.
What about assists? You get Bam at 8 assists plus 600.
No.
All right. We got threes made. They only have listed Jaime or Tyler. Neither one's that enticing on numbers. I like big home runs. Bam triple double tonight plus 4,000.
No.
All right. Double double. Tyler Hero plus 800. Jaime plus 2250 again. So it's the same odds for Jaime either scoring 30 or a double double. I feel like the value's there in the double double. Now you see why it's so enticing to me.
Damn it. Are there any chili peppers anywhere?
No, there's no chili peppers.
Okay,
It's not your bum ass chili pepper app. We're doing the Hard Rock app.
Make sure.
You know, you're I don't even understand why you're using an app that's like not, the Hard Rock app. It's way better than chili peppers.
I don't even know
What the hell do you have in your hair?
Who?
Look how it's shining.
Oh, that's the light. I have more lights on.
I think that's just
grays.
I think that's just amphibious slime.
Okay.
Okay.
I thought I looked like George Clooney. No?
No.
That's fair.
Sorry.
Very quiet.
So Jaime Jaquez double tonight. Do we feel that? Am I too much of a sucker?
What do we got on Sunday for the Dolphins?
I'll go. All right, let's see what we got for Sunday.
I think Tyreek, because I did an interview earlier, is like 94 yards.
Hold on.
That's what he was set at for his props. I got anytime touchdown though. How about I've never done one of these before. First touchdown to score.
First touchdown's a little anxious.
That is, right?
It is a little anxious.
How about here?
Cedric Wilson.
Durham Smythe.
Durham Smythe first touchdown on the Hard Rock app.
No, anytime touchdown.
Anytime touchdown, as Marcos said, it's plus 350 right now.
Yeah.
That's it?
But
right.
If you want to do first touchdown to Durham Smythe, plus 2,000.
Look at that.
What about
Braxton Berrios? He's plus 525. Tua,
don't fall for it,
to score a touchdown, which never happens, plus 700.
Yep.
Alec Ingold is plus 900.
Yes. Julian Hill. Ooh.
Julian
Hill get his first.
I'm not sure.
I don't even know who that is.
He's the rookie tight end.
Oh, okay.
Multiple Durham Smythe touchdowns plus 3,000.
That's still
Who has beat the game.
That still ain't good enough.
He has not scored a touchdown all year.
Yeah. He's going to get 2 now.
2 touchdowns. But how about this? Multiple touchdowns for Cedric Wilson.
Huh.
He's been kind of doing things lately.
Yeah, he's
That
really
one's
stepped up.
more convincing, I would say.
Cedric Wilson's plus 3,000 for 2 or more.
I don't think he's going to have 2 or more, though.
Cheetah, 3 touchdowns is plus 2,500. It's a lot of touchdowns.
That is a lot of touchdowns.
It's a lot of touchdowns. Tua to go over 325 if you want to play it a little safer. Over 325 is plus 300 for Tua.
That ain't good enough.
I don't think that's good enough either.
Yeah. I think I'm leaning more towards the Jaime Jaquez double. I'm not gonna lie to you.
You're going Jaime double. Well, they'll open the thing with the Hard Rock app. They will put up a lot more stuff on Sunday. Like I can get my Van Ginkel anytime touchdown.
Yeah, but it's not. It's not.
Strange.
It's not Saturday. I mean, it's not today.
It's not today.
Yeah.
All right.
We only have what we have here. So we doing Jaime Jaquez?
What
about interceptions? Over a half interception.
So one of those guys can turn it over.
Javon Holland plus 850.
I like that.
Jalen Ramsey plus 650. Deshaun Elliott plus 700.
Oh, Javon Holland.
Javon Holland plus 850.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
You like that?
That's good value. On
All right. That's our bet of the week then.
Whoa!
We are going Javon Holland plus 850 to get an interception on the Hard Rock app. That is where we are going. I like it, ladies and gentlemen. I like it. That is your Hard Rock Digital Sports Bet pick of the week. Hard Rock Bet is Florida's sports book. Bet on your favorite teams tonight on the Hard Rock Bet app. Download Hard Rock Bet at the App Store, Google Play, or online at hardrock.bet. Hard Rock Bet is legal in Florida, offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Call 1-888-ADMIT-IT. I'm still betting on Jaime Jaquez tonight.
Okay.
I'm still betting on that tonight, dude. It's too juicy.
That's fair.
Looking right now. Last double for Jaime.
Any chili peppers? Let me just, check it out. The other one. Although I was gonna propose game to go to overtime plus 900.
Yeah. Jaime's only had one career double-double, and it was on Christmas.
Oh, hey, listen, you've been banking a lot on that Christmas game. I'm not gonna lie to you. The worst thing
you don't have to hit it every night.
Worst thing that could have
He's
happened.
been really close, Marcos. Like he had 16 and 8 last game. Somehow
He's been flirting.
Flirting with a double.
He's been flirting.
That's flirting.
He flirted with the double-double. He had earlier before Christmas, he had 19 and 7.
Not flirting.
Then he had the Golden State game. He really annoyed me because he played great. He had 17 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists. So he was flirting with the triple-double, but not enough flirting with the double-double.
A lot of flirting going on.
So anyway, got to keep an eye on that. Then he stunk up the joint against Utah and the Clippers, but then had a real bounce back, giving LeBron the business.
You had faith Tyler Hero was going to get 11 rebounds. You think he'll get more than 5? Gotten 6 the last 3 games.
5 rebounds seems easy for Tyler.
All right.
He's a good rebounder.
He is a good rebounder.
He averages almost 6 rebounds a game.
Best defender at Kentucky.
What?
That's what he said.
He said that?
Yeah, I don't think
he's going up against Devin Booker tonight. That's like his idol. He loves Devin Booker.
Strange.
It is strange. And also, I don't think Devin Booker's old enough to be anybody's idol.
That's what I mean.
But he really likes Tyler. He likes Devin Booker's game. He likes Devin Booker's game. So got to keep an eye on that tonight in that matchup. So Tyler may be coming out gunning tonight. If you like Tyler props tonight, he might be the guy you want to look at. Trying to impress. And then, of course, we got to look at disgruntled KD, another curmudgeon who's apparently not happy with the situation.
Is he going to be playing? Because they're not giving me any KD stuff.
Let's see. KD, day-to-day with a hamstring.
What the hell, though?
But he's questionable.
I got Grayson Allen lines to bet on. I can't get any KD. What are we doing
Nobody.
here, dude?
What is Grayson Allen lines? Over/under half being annoying.
11.5. Just more than I expected from Grayson Allen. Ooh, I can go higher than 1.5 turnovers. but he doesn't even have the ball that much. Damn those chili peppers. Get me every time.
Crazy, man. But I'm excited for it tonight.
Yep.
Excited for it tonight. You got the Heat. Could end on a 3-2 West Coast trip. That's a good road trip. If they could finish this thing off, you come back. And
after a rocky start, right? Lost to Utah, get embarrassed by the
it wasn't
Clippers.
a rocky start. They beat the Golden State Warriors.
Oh, that's right. That was a good one.
It wasn't a rocky start.
I'm sorry.
at all.
The Utah thing just kind of
the Utah one was very annoying. That was
Kelly Olynyk. What the hell was that?
Kelly Olynyk is because he's flirting. He wants to come back to Miami. He doesn't want to be in Utah.
That guy flirts.
I got to tell you, with the Kelly Olynyk, not interested.
Yeah, no, thank you, dude. We already got.
This is a new Tobes. You ain't interested in nobody.
No, I no. I told you, I like my team.
That'll change.
Give me some Jovic props for tonight, Hard Rock app. That's what I might be hitting. Give me. If you give me an over on like 4 Jovic rebounds, I'm telling you, he's in it tonight.
No, the only thing they got is minutes, more or less than 5 minutes for Jovic.
Is that really? That's like
No, they should though.
They should. As long as he does it,
your own lines.
As long as he doesn't
had the
run
chili
into,
pepper.
if he doesn't run into a screener,
yeah,
he's gonna get some playing time. He's gonna get some playing time.
He doesn't do the old Duncan Robinson 3 fouls in 3 minutes.
No, sometimes he does do that. He does do that. You got to be wary of that. And then Spo's going to yank him and then punish him for a game.
Yep.
So,
but he's got his big brother. His brate.
Bro, did you see this? I just saw this, Leroy.
What?
Goran Dragić is saying he's going to get a farewell game.
Mm.
And he's going to do it in the capital of Slovenia. Do you want to hear the roster of the guys who have agreed to play?
Sure.
Goran Dragić farewell team that he's playing with. Luka.
All right. Expected.
Joker.
Wow.
Greek Freak.
Damn.
Jimmy Butler.
Okay.
This is happening, or he a wish team?
No, he said that he's playing one last game in the capital of Slovenia. I forget how I pronounce it. I did this during the break.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Hold on. This is how you say it.
Ljubljana.
Ljubljana, Slovenia.
Ljubljana.
So he's going to play one last game in Ljubljana for his Slovenian fans, and Jimmy's going to go.
Sounds Italian.
That's cool.
Crazy.
Kind of sounds to me like Goran Dragić is already starting his summer recruiting for the Heat.
Get him in the front office.
38.
What's how old is Gogi?
Yeah.
Do you think he'd be okay with the front office position?
Yes.
He's 37.
37.
Handsome.
Very handsome.
Tough.
Very tough. Put his chiclets on the line for this franchise.
Put his
I love that
chiclets on-
anytime I Google Goran, Tobin is right next to him.
Let me see.
Nah, I don't believe you.
No? Okay, let me screenshot this.
Goran Dragić.
Turns.
Oh, yeah. No, there goes Tobin.
He's always
Yeah, you're literally there goes.
I think that's probably because your guys' searches are used to me. So it's like an algorithm.
possibly.
I don't know. It says Goran Dragić to the rafters.
He should be in the rafters.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
You know what I thought about this? Because I was talking about this last night. I was riffing about this a little bit because I was thinking about Gogi, because I miss him. And, I had a bad, I don't normally reveal this, but I thought my argument for this was bad, right? Because Leroy got mad at me because I was comparing him to Tim Hardaway, who, by the way, also had his jersey retirement very much delayed. It's not like he got right up to the rafters after he retired. I'm not saying Goran Dragić should be retired this year because, you got a bunch of things going, but forget about if he's the best or not the best point guard of all time. Arguable, debatable, whatever.
Not arguable.
It is arguable. It is arguable. We literally went over the stats. It's arguable. But it's not even a good argument because who cares if he's the best point guard or the second best point guard? Okay, because he's one or the other. The point is, if he won the championship, Leroy, he would definitely be in there. No question. No question. Would you agree with that?
No.
That's ridiculous. Now you're just being stubborn.
No.
See, I
I'm
can't have an argument with Peter Pan.
Well, okay. Let me of the players.
Let me get this straight.
Hold on,
I just want to be clear about this.
Of the
No.
players that whose jerseys are in the rafters.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you think he belongs with them?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. But like, you think if Goran didn't win the championship, you don't think he would have gotten into the? You don't think it's an automatic pass to the rafters if you're the second best player on a championship team?
No,
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
it doesn't take away from what he's done for the Miami Heat. I'm just saying. I mean, you gonna put him in the same as D Wade, LeBron?
Yes.
I mean, not LeBron. D Wade,
Chris Bosh.
Chris Bosh.
Yes.
And
Jack.
UD.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I think more of the other guys.
That's fine. You could think of them. It's not like
it's not that I think anything less of Gogi. It's I think more of those other guys.
Well, those guys don't like it. Doesn't besmirch them being up in the
I'm
rafters.
not saying that. I'm not
Kinda
saying that at all. What I'm saying is that when I say UD, when I say D Wade, when I say who else is up there? Zoe. When I
Hardaway.
say Hardaway, and when I say
Chris Bosh.
Yeah. Like, you think Gogi is equal to those guys?
I do, and I think here's the thing that I find. Here's the thing, like you're never gonna be able to live up to some of those guys. Some of those guys are like obviously the ones and the twos, but like there's this guy's era of being with the Heat. Like he's always been either the best or the second best player on the Heat's team. He was a leading scorer on a team that got to the NBA Finals, and his foot exploded. Like that's a tragic thing to happen in history.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
Chris Bosh got to go up to the rafters, and his career was shortened. It's not like he had this long, crazy stint with the Heat.
He
In
won
fact,
2 championships.
He did win 2 championships, but he was the third best player on those teams.
Okay, but
An iconic team.
When you say Chris Bosh, do they win those championships without Chris Bosh?
Probably not.
Okay.
Probably not. But they don't get. But all this hoopla that we put to the Heat getting to the finals for 3 out of 4 years, they don't do the first one without Goran. It doesn't happen. It doesn't. Those are the facts.
Okay.
In fact, he was better than Jimmy. Has the iconic parts of that run because of we all remember the Lakers because he was without everybody and he's hunched over and he gets 2 games and it was heroic. But up to that point, getting to the finals, that was Goran.
Okay.
That's the truth of it.
That's one moment.
It's not. No. It's not a moment. It's a postseason run. It's
So
not a moment.
if you have a postseason run, you go up in the rafters
To the finals?
one time.
And you're an all-star? And you're a top 10 franchise scorer? And 1 or 2 at your position? I just think you're being a bit of a curmudgeon here.
I'm not.
I think you are.
It has nothing to do with what I think about Gogi. It has more to do with what I think about the other guys that are in the rafters. I don't know that I would consider Gogi unequal with D Wade, Zoe.
Nobody's saying that he's equal, but
that's what goes up in the rafters.
You can't put Chris Bosh next to D
That's
Wade.
what goes up in the rafters.
You can't put Shaq next to D Wade. Nobody's next to D Wade.
Okay, so if I take them out, you think Shaq, Chris Bosh, Zoe, and UD?
Yeah.
Like,
what about him?
You think?
See, here's the thing. This is the thing that I always get crazy about with retirements is like people are like, "Oh, you can't do that. You can't do that." Like, why? Like, who? Why? Is there a bouncer up in the rafters? Like,
yeah.
No, there's not. There's not.
Bouncer.
You put Shaq up there. Shaq.
And Bill Russell.
Don't talk about that right now. All right, you're gonna upset Udonis Haslem.
Sorry.
Anyway, take a quick break. Back after this.
WQAM broadcast.
Ah, the Gogies.
For our boy.
Hey, buddy. Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you. Let's get to some headlines. Brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
Should mention, Heat back on the hardwood tonight, taking on the Phoenix Suns to wrap up this road trip. 9 o'clock is your tip-off from the desert. And that means
earlier.
So that is a 7:45 preheat with Solana. Anthony Chang tweeting out recently that Jimmy Butler has returned to South Florida to rehab his foot and is no longer with the team out west. He left after the Lakers win. So obviously it does not have anything to do that interests him in Phoenix.
How long until you get worried?
Game 41.
That's right. That's right. You mentioned
I went on a deep dive.
That's right. Wow, damn, you got it down to the game, dude.
Yeah, game 41.
That's impressive.
Halfway mark of the season.
Yep.
Once he gets past that, if he's still missing games, nervous. Until then, no.
Totally fine. All a part of the plan, actually.
Yeah. I mean, I'd like to have him back this week. They got some tough games this week. Got OKC coming in.
Oh.
You got, I think, the Magic later in the week. So, it would be nice to have Jimmy Butler back. Not that I mean him, but I'm not gonna be an ingrate. I'm not worried as of yet. A lot of people are like, I think Shams reported yesterday on Jimmy. He said that they're gonna be patient with it. They're gonna take their time with it, which they should. Game 41, I get a little bit, little restless just because maybe it will be something really significant. But if it's not, I told you, second half Jimmy, he don't miss games like first half Jimmy. It's a different animal.
True. All right. Gonna keep an eye out for game 41. That's not too far away.
It's not too far away. Where are we at? We're at game 34.
Yeah.
So that'd be at Toronto.
So game 35, basically. So 6 more games.
Yeah. So at Toronto, which road game's tough to return for. Game 42 for an Atlanta game at home.
Oh, he's got to come back for that. Trae Young? That's
Oh,
his son.
he hates Trae. Yeah, he loves giving the business to Trae Young. So you got Atlanta, Orlando, Memphis, and then you got to be back for Boston. On the 25th. And then you go to New York, and you take on, oh man, I'm already sick of OG Anunoby.
Oh, right.
Took like 3 seconds of him being a New York Knick. Sick of him, dude.
It's just the right amount of false hope they need to be annoying.
Yeah, exactly. And now they're all trying to be like, we would never rat off a ship off Randall. It's like, what? Now they're trying to rally the troops. I saw Turtle from Entourage.
Oh,
he's like, we all remember what you said about Randall. You said it about Randall, dude. All the Knicks fans said it about
Yes,
Randall.
they wanted Randall out of there.
Talking about now, you guys are gonna believe in Julius Randle. A bunch of phonies. Get out of here. And where's that crybaby Ben Stiller sitting here, actually having the audacity to say that ESPN roots for the Heat when he's a Knicks fan? Ridiculous, dude. It's all right though. We'll sit here. We'll just be happy with what we got. Because right now, what we have is a team that is gurgling, that is going to be surging. Right now, it's just
gurgling.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Like it's like the lava is about to erupt for the Miami Heat. Trust me. Once Jimmy comes back, and we now got Jovic. This has all been a masterful plan by Jimmy Butler. Really, I don't even know if he's hurt. I think this has all been part of the plan to get Jovic minutes at the 4. And so once he instills the confidence into Jovic, all of a sudden he's got the Serbian Terminator sitting there at the 4, and Jimmy no longer has to be a power forward. And so this has all been built for him to get Jovic back into the lineup and get his confidence up and his minutes up. So when he returns, he now has Jovic sitting pretty next to Bam. What do you think of that, Leroy? All been a ruse by Jimmy.
What?
Exactly, dude. See,
like
you have a meet.
Like you. This is all a ploy by Jimmy Butler.
Think about it. If your friend can't get minutes, you want your protege to get minutes. You just say all of a sudden, what's wrong, Jimmy? Oh, my foot hurts. The same one with the calf? No, it's the other foot.
By the way, Twitcher pointed this out earlier.
Yeah.
Caleb Martin had the same run that Gogi had last year.
No, he didn't. He had one series. He had one series and then had a complete disappearing act in the finals. Gogi got hurt.
Okay. But, I mean,
And
still.
he's also, and he's also been an all-star. And
Yeah,
he's been I can't, you know what's SDI? I can't have Peter Pan arguments with you.
Okay.
You want to grow up? That's fine. We can, and I'd love to talk and sit with you about it. But no, Caleb Martin's one series against the Celtics is not the same as Goran Dragic's finals run in the bubble. I'm sorry.
Grow up, Peter Pan.
I'm sorry. It's just
Caleb Martin in the Rafters?
you can't help people help themselves. And if Leroy and SDI and all you guys want to be,
Whoa, I just merely I didn't think
what you guys are. You want to be the rafter police? Be the rafter police. You guys don't want
But
ceremonies?
if it were
That's
up to
fine.
you, there would be no available numbers, you jackass.
That's fine. Who even said you got to retire numbers? Just put them on the rafters, and then you can have double numbers. You know, we don't got to be the Yankees that's going to run out of single digits. We'll be fine.
No.
Damn, is that what
When you
happened?
retire somebody's jersey,
Mhm.
you retire that number.
It's fine. There's plenty of numbers. There's 12 people on the basketball team. Luka wears 77. Who knows what's going to be cool in 10 years? All these kids might be wearing triple digits. You don't think there'd be a kid out there who'd love to wear 100? The kids love saying 100.
I don't think so.
Keep it 100.
Oh.
No cap.
You know, why did I know you were going to say no cap after that?
-1.
Why?
It's a random inclusion. No cap.
The kids love saying 100. No cap.
They do.
That sounds terrible.
Would you disagree?
You can't say that, though.
What do you mean?
Just what I said.
Keep it at 100.
I don't think they say it that way, too.
That's how they say it.
All right.
That's how the kids say it. You know?
I'm just trying to picture you trying to be a cool grandpa.
Sometimes when Tobin talks that way, he sounds like an undercover cop.
What do you
Yes, he does.
What's up, old chaps? You keeping it 100 over there?
Oh, no.
Who's your newest squeeze?
He walks in like this.
It appears we are without cap on this one.
He shows them how to play with fire the right way.
Take a quick break. Play a little You're Dead to Me next.
You're dead to me.
Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you. You guys can get to the show. Miami 560 WQAM. Dade South says that 135 interview shirt for Csonka on deck. You know, I hadn't thought about that. That's a great idea, Dade South. You know what? That is a great idea.
Cancel what we have.
You're right. You know, I was
idea.
going to talk a little bit more Panthers,
right.
but Csonk was really great. He did give me the goosies.
Hey,
so
turkey's on the table, dude.
Great idea, Dade South. But in the meanwhile, let's get a little you dead to me. So I could go a lot of ways. The Twitter dummies who think we have aliens, that really got me heated early on in the show. But unfortunately, nothing has really hurt me as much this week as the Odyssey Miami newsletter.
Oh!
I got to tell you, I would never, ever
goodness.
say that J-Fig is dead to me because we adore her.
Yeah.
But I ain't reading another one. It's dead to me.
Woo!
I wasn't in it. And quite frankly, I was hurt. No appearance of my Jaime parody, no appearance of my Fins in Heaven parody. None of it. No Tobes in the newsletter, which is fine. I don't have to be part of this Odyssey family. It'd be the one.
Why are you so butthurt about it?
He's stressing me out. Do you know how long it took me to do that? Do you know how many people were talking to me? How many people kept saying, "Wait,
look at
fix this,
Look at this.
do this, here, add
I
this."
get it.
do
I
this."
understand. It's not.
I forget. Okay.
I understand the person you talk to every day. I can slip your mind. I understand, J-Fig. I understand.
You
That's
can't even say
okay.
that because when I was doing the newsletter, guess who was out? You were. Okay, so I didn't see
What
you
was I
every
out?
day.
I was out for like a day? I mean, it was out for,
You were not out for a day. When I was working on it, you guys were all off.
It was a 2-month
Okay?
newsletter. I've been here plenty. We text
And
every day.
They kept moving it over.
All right. Well, you did a great job on it. I mean, it's a little tough to, be left out of the yearbook.
I think she's gaslighting you, dude.
Can I
You know what, Marcos? Don't make me nominate you.
So here's the other deal. You know how much they advertise us, promote us.
Yep.
Right? We almost have to do that ourselves. And what person has the imprint of the station more than Jennifer?
Yeah.
You guys are putting way too much on me, okay? I'm
We
just one
rely
person.
on you for our own self-promotion since nobody in that building does.
You guys were there. Just because you didn't see a picture of yourselves,
Nah,
you were
everybody
there, okay?
Nobody reads the newsletter. You want to see pictures.
People do read it, okay?
Nah.
And it clearly says Tobin and Leroy went viral
And then-
again.
And then when Carl in sales reads Tobin, he goes, "Who is that?
Who? What is he? I'm more of
Exactly
a
who it
face
is.
guy.
You know who always responds? Your little golf partner, okay?
Who's that? Who is that?
Oh,
Who?
so you-
Mike
there
or
you
Mike
go.
or
There you
Ryan?
go.
Because we're all golfsmen. We're a bunch of
Okay.
golfsmen here in the old Odyssey
I thought you
Miami.
had to say who.
Leroy, who's dead to you?
All right, so I'm mulled over this, and people have called me Karen for this.
Oh boy!
But to the jackass at AT&T
Oh, shocking!
that tried to charge me $720 to get DirecTV streaming, and me pleading with him, that's not what streaming is. If you pay to have it set up.
Yep.
Only to find out when I called DirecTV, oh no, it doesn't cost you anything. That guy's dead to me. Because if I had gone with it, it would have cost me $720.
I'm glad that you didn't get tricked.
Yeah.
Tricked!
You're dead to me.
I was so mad and arguing. He said, well, just call it DirecTV.
You
Because
know,
he
ever-
couldn't believe why I would be upset to pay $720 for streaming.
Yeah, because he was trying to trick you.
Oh my goodness. Still pisses me off to this day.
J-Fig, who's dead to you?
Oh, besides you?
I've been saying it all week.
Yeah, but here's the thing. How can one be dead to her if I don't even exist?
You were dead to her before
Oh
the
my
news.
You know what? Whoever thought they can go ahead and make this whole aliens thing trend and
Very
provide
bad.
very terrible photos and then circle what? What are you circling there?
You have to be some kind of a dummy to be like, you see? Like, that's the picture you could get.
What am I
Really?
seeing is a thing.
Whoa, wait a minute, jackasses. Are you not the person that has started the show by saying I watched the Bigfoot episode last night?
Yeah, but the Bigfoot episode is like an active hoax. I know that what I'm getting in there is to see at least in Bigfoot, at least we've seen guys in costumes. They've tried.
At least they tried to trick
This is
us,
like you didn't
okay?
even try. Like, your only evidence is there were a lot of cops. Has to be aliens.
I'm sure there was video footage somewhere because I do believe that aliens exist. Now, that was just not convincing at all.
I'm not even like against conspiracies. Like, have your little fun with your conspiracies, but like, we don't got to get lazy on this stuff, guys. Come on, it's embarrassing. Just all of it, like the people who are like, whoa, what are they hiding from us? That's like, people are just, they've gotten so into the wormhole of the internet. People are always just going about life like, this is it. They're hiding the aliens.
Look,
at
Lifestyle
Bayside.
Miami tried. They tried. Look at that.
Come on. Look, you guys, you're
Decent
so
looking alien.
stupid.
That looks like Dan Day after he got let out in the sun. Because you know Dan Day is a nighttime dude.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
You think the aliens aren't going to at least try and catch a Heat game? You think they're going to come here while they're on the road?
What's worse, that picture of this, or you thinking the Heat, the aliens' primary goal is to come down and catch a Heat game?
No, for sure. I mean, you've seen
They
Space Jam,
should.
which is based on a true story. They're trying to get Jaime Jaquez's power in that magical basketball arm onto them.
I understand. After seeing that footwork,
Surprised that they're not accusing Jaime of being an alien.
I'll tell you, man.
He's good.
I watched that game last night. And I thought Wemby. I'm like, this guy's good. Yeesh.
Definitely, though. Definitely an alien.
What do you got, Marcos?
My dead to me goes to fans and supporters of Barstool Sports.
Wow.
I'm guilty of following multiple Barstool pages for sure, including when the owner gets one bite of pizza and completely judges that place based off of one bite of pizza.
Yep.
But this isn't a quirky little pizza tasting thing. Instead, this is Barstool's Jersey Jerry. You guys familiar with him?
Jersey Jerry.
Right. No one's familiar with
I'm
him,
not.
right? This is one of the many employees they try to stuff down your throat. Reason why this guy is popular is because something that he did recently, which sparked the interest of traffic cone wielding Brooks Koepka and annoying brat Tom Brady. 37 hours and 2,627 strokes. Barstool Sports personality Jersey Jerry did it. He hit a hole-in-one in a golf simulator after a self-sanctioned punishment. His punishment? Hit a hole-in-one and don't leave until you do on a golf simulator. Which sounds stupid enough, but the amount of coverage that he got during this 37-hour period involved over 10,000 people watching him sleep. Tom Brady chiming in with a video and a picture saying it's darkest before the dawn. And even the PGA Tour has got in on it, congratulating him for his...
I think D Wade congratulated him too. I didn't know what the hell you were talking about until I saw D Wade. He had some golf simulator on his Instagram. I didn't know who that was.
This was indeed Jerry, and PGA Tour congratulates him on the legendary performance.
Tua probably going to congratulate him too. He got everybody golf simulators for Christmas.
True. But 37 hours and 2,600 strokes later, he's finally done it, and everyone can go back to their normal life.
Leroy, as a fellow golfsman, do you respect a golf simulator hole-in-one?
No! You just keep hitting the same shot.
You're dead to me.
Took him
That's
37
not golf.
hours.
Which means he's pretty bad at it.
I agree.
37 hours hitting one shot?
Yep. Yeah. Did he do one shot, or did he have to keep moving on?
No, it's one hole, one shot.
Just one shot.
The same shot over and over
Right.
for 37 hours.
He's not wrong. Like, it is kind of a punishment.
I mean, but he did it to himself, though, dude.
But now, how good of a golfer is he?
He's based off how I'm looking at him right now. He looks like I never seen him. He looks like Chunky 52. If I had to be honest, I've never seen him. But yeah, it is not great, dude. I'm just.
How's the
happy
swing look? Does the swing look like he knows how to golf?
I mean, the first 1,000 looked like it was decent. He looks like a solid amateur. He doesn't look like me, for example. But I mean, who cares, dude? It took you 37 hours. And then there was times where he wasn't even golfing and people were watching this. There's times where he was getting a massage. Multiple chiropractors came by to align his back.
Wait, Chunky
He was
52 don't
sleeping.
use chiropractors?
Yo, Chunky 52 is on the practice squad. That's why. But yeah, man.
52, he warms up with a donut.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, now you're on board.
Oh,
I am on board. I'm just not on board with you doing it at spring training.
you know what his
What else
number
am I
one wish
supposed to do?
was?
I don't know.
For accomplishing the task, all Jerry asked was, I just want a nice steak, mashed potatoes, asparagus, mac and cheese with TJ Watt.
All right, dude, you played a video game. You know, like, let's calm
Yeah,
down.
dude.
Oh, wait. It is the shortest par 3 in the world.
Yeah,
That's the same hole that D-Wade got a hole in one in real life on.
Yeah, that, I guess that's why.
Number 7 at Pebble Beach.
Get out of here, dude.
Yes.
One thing with hole in ones,
So
I've never.
that hole's 100 yards.
Man, so it took him 37 times, huh?
37 hours.
37 hours.
Yeah.
Jeez. All right.
2,600 tries. 27 tries.
Well, we were gonna do some, some more cat talk and stuff to celebrate the win streak. But Dade South says that he wants to hear from Csonk again.
So are we skipping a week?
Yeah, we got to recalibrate. We got to figure it out because
Well,
we
no,
got,
some people got the bill is due.
the Bills. Well,
Yeah,
the Bills-
the bill is due, and you guys need to start already, like trying to figure out what's going to be in the
I'll
week.
throw the dartboard of doom. I know it won't make the newsletter, so I'm happy to do it whenever you want to. Like, let's just let me know, J Fig. I'm happy to do it. But by request of Dade South, he'd really want to hear Larry Czonka again. Who am I to deny one of our loyal listeners, Larry Czonka? Larry Czonka gave us the goosies earlier. Hey, if you want to get fired up for Dolphins and Bills, Czonk is next.
She has that feel. Doesn't tickle.
Spend your afternoons with Hawk and
Let's get into it, Leroy. We got to talk to the legend about this, man. You got to bring out the big guns when you got a game this big coming on up. Go out to the Toyota of Hollywood guest line shop. Hundreds of Toyotas indoors in one of America's largest showrooms at Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood and Sheridan. The great Larry Czonka joining us there on the program. Larry, we appreciate the time. Thank you so much for making time for us today on this Football Friday.
Sure thing.
This game, Larry, you're one of my favorite follows on social media during Dolphins games. I love getting your reactions to the whole thing. How do you take in last week a butt kicking like that? We're all very hyped up for it, and the Dolphins kind of get humbled right out of the gate. So how did you experience last Sunday?
Well, if you go back with me to the game, you'll remember that they didn't just get humbled right out of the gate. They were looking pretty strong all the way through the half and into the third quarter. But that suggests that the team they were playing, the Ravens, had a little better plan come out of that halftime break. And they stopped what we were doing and started doing some things that they could do. That suggests that we can play with anybody for a half, but maybe not for the full distance of the game, which breaks down to maybe it's more of a coaching style than it is a player style.
I played when it was control the line of scrimmage, run the football, everything comes off of that. Any type of offense starts with that. Football's different now, but it always seems that the teams have the same basic concepts of football throughout the history of football. Control the line of scrimmage.
There you go.
When you watch these teams that have these high-powered offenses, motions all over the place, are you still focusing on the same things? Or are you like, why aren't we trying to do more to control the lines of scrimmage?
Well, to control the line of scrimmage, those are the words that are written up on the wall in the gold lettering right there, to control the line of scrimmage. Under the rules that I played under, 40, 50 years ago, there was a more physical control of the line of scrimmage than what there is today. It's almost a pirouette. It's almost a ballet arena up there. I don't mean to minimize the contact. People are big. There's still great contact up there. But there's not a controlled effort as much as a reaction to what's coming. So I think that the overall picture is, in my day, you tried to control the line of scrimmage physically and attack it and work the ball down the field in small segments. I think with the rules changes, things have changed so drastically that it's everything's a kind of stop the rush and see if you can connect with the pass. And it's taken the emphasis off the running game. And what I'm talking about here is ball control. When you have ball control, you have clock control. So no matter how good their offense is, if you keep their offense on the sideline and you run 7 minutes or 8 minutes off in a quarter by controlling the ball and working your way down the field, you make it a lot easier game for your defense, or at least a more controllable game for your defense.
So, Larry, how do you, watching these couple of years of Mike McDaniel, I think you got some time with him last year, like getting to know the guy and seeing kind of his vision this year with the second year of this offense, all the motion, all kind of the trickery they try and do. How do you, I guess, enjoy watching this kind of style? Because it has put up big numbers. But there's been, some speed bumps in, like you said, like the big time matchups. They seem like they can hang, then something kind of goes awry for them. So how have you liked how this offense has played out for him this year?
When I first watched him, when he first arrived, I wasn't much of a fan. But after watching him over a couple of seasons, I've discovered he is like the heart and soul of that team. Shula, the guy I played for, it was his way or the highway. It was cut and dried. You either did it the way he said you were going to do it, or you got the hell out of Dodge. That was it. He traded. He got rid of it. If you couldn't see his light, that was the end of it. I don't see that happening today. I see a much different atmosphere there. I see a more intellect situation where we're going to not only beat them with our brawn, but we're going to beat them with our brain. And, it's a much more refined a more educated approach to the game, I think, than I've ever seen. I'm a fan. Obviously, sometimes it's hard to be a fan when you see a second half like we saw last week. It kind of shakes you, rattles you at your bones. You start throwing things. I'm terrible about. It's hard for me to watch a game like that. I make no bones about it. But this team has operated that same way for the last couple of years, and they're making progress. If you look historically what they've done, they're working their way slowly up the mountain. So someone's hearing what he has to say. To answer your question, I'm a fan of his now. After 2 years, I didn't know I was in the first year. As it's the second year's come along, his methodology, whatever it is starting to work and is starting to show. Now, if we can just get it to work in the fourth quarter.
Right.
Can you take us to Sunday? What is the most angry you get? Do you throw things? Are you yelling? Do you need to walk out of the room? What is before you fire off the tweet of frustration? What is the reaction you're watching when Zay Flowers is going deep?
Oh, geez.
Dolphins are out of it. Like what is the most frustrated you were last Sunday?
Oh, I get I find myself up on my feet. A few years ago in that big Super Bowl game where the kid from New England almost caught the ball to win the game, or the kid from the Giants caught the ball and saved us from having a company as an undefeated season. I almost stuck my head through a ceiling fan. I jumped so high. So that gives you an idea, both good and bad, how I watch a football game. I am so pleased when the Dolphins execute, show a designed play, show a designed effort, execute it to the T and take it down. That's the old discipline. That's still very much a part of the game today. That discipline of going through that and doing that, the sacrifice they go through to do that. And this coach seems to bring that out in them. In the last couple of years, I've seen it develop. So I'm an avid fan, but it's hard for me to watch, particularly in like the late fourth quarter, and the Ravens were just massacring us. It was just, I just wanted to get up and stick my foot through the TV set. It just made me so mad that, I know they're better than that. I know there's an element in there. There's a will to win that jumps out every once in a while, and you see it. And it's something that we were very prideful of in 72, 73, all the way to 79 when I played with Shula last year there. It was there, and we could see that. And I see signs of it again with the team, and it just keeps me a very avid fan, but I'm also afraid I'm a very outspoken fan.
Is it more frustrating watching your team that you've been a fan of most of your life struggle, or is it more upsetting that you can't do anything about it but watch?
Well, you may have put your finger on it right there. I'm used to when I'm watching Aqua Orange, and I'm, I feel like I share in their accomplishment. So when there's frustration, I share doubly in that, because I'm frustrated because I can't do anything about it.
Right.
There's nothing you can do besides jump up and kick the TV set, and then you're without the rest of the game the rest of the day. So, it's I'm not a good fan. I wouldn't be a good fan in the stands. I'd be, it's better for me to watch it on TV with some of my old teammates.
Larry, I find it amazing that now that all I can do is watch, and I only watch as a fan, I'm like, how do you guys do it? Like, it's so like, can you
can't imagine that. Yeah, you know what it's like to get out there and venture hostilities on someone or the other team. But when you got to sit there and just hold your popcorn and rock in place, pretty soon you just explode. It's crazy.
Yes, it is.
What is your confidence level going into this week, Larry? They got a huge matchup against the Bills, rivalry matchup. They've had their number over the last couple of years. So I guess confidence level for the division. This is all they wanted. Got a bunch of, if they win this, 2 seeds, still in a pretty good spot for the postseason, but obviously it's a big challenge with Buffalo. So what is your confidence level going into this week for the Dolphins?
Hey, the turkey is cooked and it's on the table. All right. Forget about Buffalo beginning earlier in the season. Forget about the one lopsided deal. This is what it's about. This is what the whole season's led up to. This is what we've just talked here about, their development. This is coming down to where you're either going to be what you say you are, or you're going to fail. All right. It's going to be right there. It's time for the coaches and the players. I know everybody has there's injuries are always a problem, but everyone has injuries. Everybody has that same mix. You know it, and I know it. You've watched enough of it. You know exactly what I'm talking about. They've got to be durable, and they've got to be in control of their emotion. They got to decide to win this game. It's all this week. All right. It all comes down to this game. This whole season comes down to this game. Don't look any further. Don't look back at anything. Just concentrate on this game this week. It's in your stadium. It's for all the marbles are on the table. If you don't take this, then you're in second. You know, it's not a good sign if you don't take this.
Just got the goosies, Leroy. I got to tell you right now.
Hey,
it's a monster. It's a monster coming up this week. Larry, your book came out about a year ago, Head On, which you've done a lot of, getting to interact with the Dolphins, going on. What has that experience been like for you? Getting a chance to kind of reflect on the stories and interact with Dolphins. Like what was this year for you like with the book out, which is still available now? Head On, really slick cover with aqua and orange on there with Larry Czonka. But what was the experience like this year? Kind of get a chance to interact with Dolphins and tell these stories.
I was all set to peer across the tabletop wherever I was, signing the books and talking with the fans to a lot of gray-haired and elderly-looking people. But I've discovered that there's a lot of second, third, and fourth generation Dolphin fans that still know a lot about our history. And, that gives me a great deal of pride. That I don't know, there's almost a family feeling about that. Kind of us against them, but it's all just for a football game, and it's in good spirits. And that is something that pro football gave me that I didn't realize at the time when I was there, that I would have an ongoing connection, almost a family-like, distant family granted, but still family relation with a lot of the fans. And when they came up, I expected to be signing a lot of books for grandfathers and great-grandfathers that are explaining to a young man or young lady what the Dolphins were back when. Instead, I've got a lot of young people standing in front of me, or moderately aged people, mid-range people, 30s, 40s, 50s, that are standing there that know all about it. And what a refreshing thing to see that it goes on, that it's I know pro football is just a pastime in our country. That's good. But it's also a thing that brings a lot of people together. And it's nice to know that it brings people and families together, and that the grandfather is talking to the grandson, and they're both trading quips from the book. And I'm just sitting there amazed, because I just, it amazes me that a 10-year-old person has read the book and understands it and is putting together what happened in the history of the Dolphins. That gives me a great deal of pride of having been a Dolphin and been part of that history.
Really, really great. Well, get the book. It's still available if you guys haven't yet. Larry Czonka, Head On, a memoir. Check it on out. We really appreciate the time, Larry. Thank you so much for giving it to us here on this Friday. You got us all fired up for Sunday Night Football. And really appreciate you spending some time with us.
Let's go Dolphins. It's all right now. This is the moment. Come on, Dolphins.
Come on, Dolphins.
Come on.
Come on now. Larry, thanks for the time, man. We appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
There you go. The great Larry Czonka. We appreciate him.
You know what he made me? He made me hungry. Turkey's on the table. Turkey is on the table.